welcome to the 2025 edition of Western Pioneer Football. I'm Kent McHale, and along with Justin Connolly, we'll be bringing all the action to you once again this season. We are being simulcast live on MixLR Radio and on the Pioneer Press YouTube channel from Handle Stadium with tonight's contest between the Salesian Mustangs of the Del Rey League and your Western Pioneers. Hey, Justin, great being back with you here to start our second year covering Western Pioneer football.
Super excited, Kent. This is a field I know very well out here at Handle Stadium. I've been here at Western a bunch this year for the Showdown Series. I've been very excited to get out here. These guys got a brand new practice field over there that they're practicing on. Got a little taste of it last season, but this is a first full off season. We've had that practice field. We're doing some special things here at Western. We've got some real special athletes we're going to talk a lot about tonight. And Ken, I'll let you take it from there.
Okay. Well, Justin, hey, we got, looks like we got some already. So we're going to go ahead and split right now. We're going to be going on to student interviews. We've got tape. So here they go.
Hey, it's Chia. I'm here with PyroPress, and tonight is our first home game of the season. I'm here with our senior wide receiver, Bunchy Young. So, Bunchy, how does it feel going into your first game of high school?
It feels good. I'm I wouldn't say nervous, but I'm just anxious for real. It's kind of going to be sad for after the game. Hopefully we come out with that W though. So for me, I'm feeling good about it.
So what does the team chemistry look like right now?
It looked good right now. It's been a long time coming. We have a lot of new people on our team, so it kind of took a long time to build the chemistry. But now I think we got to get down packed. I think we will come out, work together and get that W. Yes,
I think you guys would win tonight. So, speaking of wins, what would a win mean tonight for the team?
It would be great, the team morale will be up. Our first win is always a big win for us. We have great camaraderie going to the next game, so hopefully that would be huge for us if we can get this W.
Yes, cool. So finally, Bunchy, this question is very, very important,
okay.
And a lot of people want to know this.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your go-to artist to listen to before a game?
Well, it all depends. It's I got really three for real. So I got Kaylin for real. That's because I like mellow music before the game, really just chilling. And then right before the game is Young Boy and EBK J-Bo. That too.
Thank you so much, Bunchy. Good luck at your game, and good luck to the team as well. Go Big Blue! Hey guys, it's Chia. I'm here with Pioneer Press, and tonight we have our first home game of the season, and I'm also here with our junior quarterback, Chance Thomas.
Yeah, go ahead, run that.
Okay, so we are going to go to the second interview?
Yeah, we're doing the second interview now.
Okay.
We have Bunchy on the second interview.
Hey guys, it's Chia. I'm here with Pioneer Press, and tonight we have our first home game of the season, and I'm also here with our junior quarterback, Chance Thomas. So, Chance, what is the energy looking like in the locker room right now?
The energy's looking good. We're excited to be back playing football, and we're all excited. We're very good.
Good. So, what are some of your goals for this season?
Goals for this season, me personally, is to just obviously be the best I can be a better leader than I was last year, and to just win as many games as possible. And I feel like that's the same goal for the entire team as well.
What's the difference between this season and your last season?
I feel like this season we have a better culture about ourselves. Last season it didn't seem very serious, but I feel like this year we got that under control. It's better leadership, and we got a lot of transfers, guys coming in to help us out to replace the seniors that we lost.
So finally, Chance, what's one thing that you want the fans to know about our Western High School football team this year?
This year, it's real plain and simple that it's just a different team. We're coming different this year. It's a different mentality, and yeah, that's what I would say.
All right, thank you, Chance. Good luck tonight. Hey, it's Chia. I'm here with PyroPress, and tonight is our first home game of the season. I am here with our senior linebacker and running back, Jacob Taylor. So, how does it feel stepping back on the field today?
It definitely feels very good. It's been a while since I've been on the field, so I'm looking forward to getting back out there.
So, what goes through your mind when you put on this jersey?
It just feels like I have to lock in and prepare myself for the game, what I'm going through, and make sure I do all my jobs and my responsibilities well.
Yes, lock in. So I know that you guys work hard on the field. So what is your post-game meal?
My post-game meal is definitely just going to Pizza Hut with my team after and just celebrating.
That sounds good. So I heard from a little birdie that the F word is big around here. So looking back at your time here, do you feel like you have built a second family here?
Definitely have. We spent countless hours together with each other every day during the summer, putting a lot of time, work, and effort with each other. We definitely built a second family.
Well, thank you so much, Jacob Taylor. Have a good game tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, Justin. Okay, a little bit about this year's schedule. Salesian is actually the first of 3 teams facing the Pioneers for the first time in history this season, with the other 2 being Villa Park here next week and a travel game to San Dimas on September 19th, heading into our opening round, heading into our Delta League play. Game 3 features a national level game with Huntington Beach in a rematch of our opening round loss to the Oilers, featuring 2 of the top junior quarterbacks in the county with Brady Edmonds and Chance Thomas. You got exciting football on tap for the Pios this season.
Very exciting football on tap for the Pios. If you remember last year, what we left off with was the battle of Western versus Huntington Beach in the first round of the playoffs. Huntington Beach, a stacked team last year. Brady Edmonds at quarterback? I believe Brady Edmonds at quarterback. Also had a stellar receiver who's, I'm slipping the name on right now, one of the top 5.
Troy Foster.
Troy Foster, one of the top 5 or 10 guys to watch in Orange County. That one, and we're going to get to see them again in preseason this year, which is going to be nice to kind of match back up and see that national matchup of Chance Thomas and Brady Edmonds.
You know, Justin, you got 2 teams with their season openers tonight under the guidance of experienced, successful coaches. Dan Davidson heading into his 12th year, and Anthony Atkins in his 5th year being 38-14. What do you expect to see with these 2 guys?
It's a lot of coaching experience on the field. It's not just with the head coaches, it's with a lot of the assistant coaches as well. Seeing a lot of these guys out this year doing their work in the offseason. Obviously both teams come with very talented players on each team. They are a little slight, I'd say slightly on the numbers than, probably your bigger schools, but both these teams play up every year and are very good teams when it comes to talent. This is going to be a well-coached game, especially for a first game of the season. Sometimes you go out, you see a first game of the season, Kent, and it's atrocious, to say the least, right? Sometimes the coaching is rough, the playing is rough, guys just haven't got to where they need to be at. I don't expect that tonight. I expect the offense to be crisp on our side of the ball at least. I haven't seen Salesian live and in person. It's hard to say, but I know that their coach will have them coached up and ready to go.
Well, he was 9-4 last season. They lost to Pius 10 in the Division 8 semis. In his 4 years of coaching, he's been to the semis all but 1 year. Semis, and he's actually in the finals 1 year. So Anthony Atkins really got it working over there, over at Salesian.
What I think, Ken, is key is, this for Salesian is a bit of a step up for the first game of the season. Western's expected to come out tonight and show why they placed in Division 5 playoffs last year.
You want to think that, but what you have here, there's a lot of similarities. You've got Anthony Atkins, 20-1 in league play, kind of like what Dan Davidson was when he was in the Orange League.
Yep.
I think if anything, what we kind of figuring out here, Salesian has outgrown their leagues. They've been in their leagues. They play in the Catholic school leagues, the Del Rey League this time, but they've outgrown them. I believe last year they only had 1 touchdown scored against them in the entire year, and they've got to have a couple really talented players here. In sophomore Jordan Sly, 22 yards per catch last season as a wide receiver, and he was only a freshman. He started last season for the Mustangs. Also, they've got Janthony Cobbs, 1,400 yards total offense, 15 touchdowns, rushing and receiving. Another dual threat kind of ball player you've got for Salesian.
Yeah, and Salesian's going to come out and they're going to match Western's energy tonight. It's the first game of the season. It's where you want to set the tone, and it's going to be a ball game tonight, especially in the first half. These guys are going to go at it. We're going to see some hard hits, and we're going to see some crisp offense. That's what I expect.
Well, for our Pioneers, we've got Chance Thomas. He's returning for his junior season after a very strong finish to his sophomore season. Justin, he had 17 touchdowns in only 6 games, basically, because he hardly played at all in the Los Alamitos game. Got injured, then he rehabbed for basically 6 games, and in those 6 games he puts up 17 touchdowns. Now he's missing his key guy from last year, JJ Amezcua, but who they do have is Bunchy Young. Bunchy Young, back for his second season. He's had one heck of an off season.
Yeah, Bunchy's had one heck of an off season. He's definitely put on some weight. He's put on some size. Had a stellar run there at the OT7, OT7 season, we'll say, in 7-on-7 with Cold Heart. Bunchy moving around a little bit, doing some work with some different teams out of state, and then of course coming always back to Western. We've seen Bunchy and Chance at their pro media day, or we'll call it media day, right? It's high school.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a pro day, for college. It's real nice. These guys are in sync. They're no doubt in sync, and we've added a couple pieces as well.
Well, also returning for the Pioneers is middle linebacker, running back Jacob Taylor. He's a leading returning tackler over. He's basically taken over from Malachi Alatorre in role on defense, in the leadership role there as well. Soft-spoken kid, but let me tell you something. That's a kid that's also been working his tail off in the weight room under Coach Wendell Lauderdale. Just really, he put on a good 15 pounds. Looks like solid muscle. Last time when I saw him yesterday, I got a chance to chat with him a bit, and he looks solid. He's pumped up. He's ready to go. Physical kind of guy. And as you remember, back in your playing days here at Handle Stadium, when you've got those front four in front of you, or you got those defensive linemen in front of you that are really, basically taking up a lot of blocks, you get to run free and do a lot of different things down there.
Yeah, so the big thing with Jacob Taylor, I think, is just he showed that dog in him last season. Jacob Taylor is one of those steady guys, even in the tougher games, the Los Alamitos, and later on the season, Huntington Beach, the games that got real tough, Jacob Taylor happened to come up and just make plays on defense. He also got the rock a good amount of times on offense. He was looked at as a running back. Bigger guy, looks more like a fullback. He's not somebody you want to tackle high, that's for sure. But, I really look forward to seeing how Jacob Taylor is continued to work on his durability and also his muscles. And that span, he can, that jump from junior to senior season is really a big deal for a young adult man. Just the ability to be able to put on, a good 10 to 15 pounds of playing weight, and, of that, probably half of it muscle, is a big confidence booster. And when you lay a hit on somebody, it's not quite the same as it was last year. It just happens to stick a little bit better and hurt a little bit more.
Well, he's out there as one of the captains as they're getting ready to do the coin toss here at Handle Stadium. Captains for tonight's ball game: Chance Thomas, the quarterback; Ernest Nunley, we'll talk a little bit about him. He's a transfer over from Narbonne; Jacob Taylor, and Bunchy Young. Those are the four captains for the Pioneers this season. They'll be meeting at midfield to get the coin toss going. Let's talk a little bit about Ernest Nunley. He's coming over from Narbonne after that program kind of self-destructed after last season's state championship run. Ernest comes over, and he's a Cal commit. So again, he's a legit ball player. Plays back at safety. He moves around a little bit back there on the back end, but he's legit. He is a very athletic ball player.
Yeah, with a commitment to Cal, that he's not playing games. Cal is a very good school, and they only take the best of the best. We've seen a couple of our guys go to Cal over the last few years, and got to admit, they're building something special over there, and I think that Nunley's going to be a pleasant addition, and we look forward to watching this season, watching him develop here at Western under the tutelage of Coach Davidson and the rest of the rest of this staff.
Well, yeah, it's one heck of a staff, including Kane Savage, the record holder for touchdowns for the Pioneers. He's joined the staff here, so it's one of those come home kind of guys. He's one of those Pioneers true and true. Now he's out there coaching the defensive backs as well. One of the other newcomers here for the Pioneers this season is defensive back wide receiver Osei Ogbeda. He's coming over from Narbonne as well. Big, tall, good size, 6'1" in the back end, and you have tall defensive backs like that. That's one of the Achilles heels that perhaps Pioneers had last season. You had a little shorter cornerbacks. This time these guys are a lot taller, and they're going to stand up pretty well against when you see taller wide receivers.
Yeah, and being an interior D lineman or linebacker, you just love to have two guys on the outside that can really cover and lock their man up. And, what I like to say is, let's make this game, 9-on-9, 8-on-8, 7-on-7, and we'll win, right? Because when those guys lock the outside guys up and, you can focus in a little tighter on the run, things go good for your team on defense.
Well, you've also got to talk a little bit about Aiden Payne. Comes over from Los Alamitos. He's going to be playing wide receiver this season. A big, tall target. He was a sophomore last year. Didn't really play a whole lot. Comes over here to Western, and he's a big part of the program here already. Another big target there for Chance Thomas. And last but certainly not least, Skylar Lindsey. He's coming over from Western. He's a UNLV commit. Last year for Warren, he had 9.4 yards a carry and 11 touchdowns, and he wasn't really a full-time starter even. So this, again, you watch him go. This kid glides, and there's something really special about him.
Yeah, there is, and that's like what people have been really excited about this year is the continued work from the team that we had last season and the guys that are coming back. But we were, only returning like a third of our tackles, right, for last season on defensive side of the ball. So, having guys like Nunley coming in and doing his thing, getting a couple other guys that are able to do too. Aiden Payne primarily a wide receiver, but I'm sure he'll get some run at defensive back as well, being that size. Western stands to play very well in the passing game on both sides of the ball. And, it's going to be a fun game tonight.
Well, last season, the Pioneers probably had 5 or 6 guys going both ways. This season, only 2, Jacob Taylor and Dylan Johnson, are going both ways for Pioneers, which should make them a lot more fresh as the season wears on. Well, the Pioneer, you got Salesians about ready to kick the ball off, but the Pioneers are still in the tunnel. So the referee sends them back to their sideline. So you guys are really anxious here, but we're not quite ready to go. Even though it is 7 o'clock.
At 7 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock kickoff, but the Pioneers still in the tunnel. They're all playing. Now here they come through. Let's work down the starting offense. We haven't even done the national anthem yet. Wow, that's wild. When are we going to do the national anthem? Maybe not. Okay. This might be a first, Justin. No national anthem.
About right on time to when I showed up,
Yeah, hey, look at that.
I can't say anything about that tonight.
Okay, well, Western is going to be receiving the ball. They'll be receiving in the Western end zone. This is a east-west running field, natural grass, one of the few natural grass fields we'll see this season. Again, beautiful night for football, 84 degrees, and it is humid out there. Let's not kid ourselves. 44% humidity at kickoff. Justin, talk a little bit about that.
It's something that'll take effect on you, game one especially. You're coming out of conditioning and tackling and, quote unquote 2 days. I don't know if that's even a thing anymore, but the humidity side's been high the last 2 weeks, and they should be used to it. But if you haven't prepared properly and hydrated your body, ate your bananas, got your potassium, you might have a tough night tonight.
Aiden Pacheco's got the ball at the 40-yard line, kicking from right to left, deep for the Pioneers, Bunchy Young and Skylar Lindsey.
We're not doing the national anthem?
So we're getting ready to go, and here we go. Booms it away, headed towards Lindsey, and it goes out of bounds. It's funny. Pioneers haven't really played on a turf field, and you can see what happens when the grass is a little bit higher there. It stops, and it's almost like a golf shot. Golf shot, it gets stuck right there, and Pioneers will get that penalty. They'll move the ball out, I believe, out to the 35-yard line. That's where they're going to set up on offense, 1st and 10.
Well, the Pioneers get the onus of being the first ones out here to touch this field, as it's been groomed very well all offseason. But as you can tell, Ken, there is some thinner spots there around the 30 to the 40, and towards the end of the season, we'll see that be a mud pit more than likely if it rains at all.
Western sends out Chance Thomas at quarterback, Jacob Taylor, Skylar Lindsey, the running backs, Payne, Young, and Noah Inskeep are the wide receivers. Get the offensive line just a second. Trips to the right side. Lindsey gets it first carry, runs right into a wall, and he'll lose a couple on first down.
Time Lindsey going off tackle to the right. Runs into 2 defensive linemen for Salesian, and they're able to make an easy tackle on Lindsey.
One of the things that Salesian has is they return 70%. They're the flip opposite. They return 70% of their tackles from last season, so they're a very experienced defense up front here. Thomas has sent 2 receivers out to the left side. Lindsey offset to his left, high snap. Lindsey gets it. He's hitting the backfield, and he'll lose 3 more.
That's just like what you want to see, Ken. Right there, Lindsey hits the ball, and there's already a tackler at his hip, making the hit. Somebody on the offensive line let that guy go and can't come free. It's big on big. You got to block the defensive lineman. You can't let those guys come free.
The offensive line for Western, Aiden Luna, Dylan Johnson, Marley Hogan, Nick Costanza, and Moises Hogan. So 3rd down and 16 for the Pioneers in their first drive of the ball game, first drive of the season. Trips to the right side this time. Thomas back to pass, rolls out to his left. He's got some room, and he's going to take off running, try to get to the corner, and he gets back near the original line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Right at the, we'll give him the 30. Knows the football should be right at the 35-yard line. 4th and 10, and Coach Davison keeps the offense out on the field. Let's see if he can get him to jump on 4th and 10. A little bit of movement, and they did. Offsides on Salesian, the Mustang right defensive end jumped a little bit, and that was enough to draw the 5-yard penalty, which makes it a very makeable 4th down and 5.
Ed, if you know anything about Coach Davidson, he likes to keep that offense on the field. He will tend to go for it on 4th down at times. We've seen that a lot last year. Quite more than a typical coach, too. So you want to use all 4 of those downs. It's a bit of a theory for these offensive coaches, and we're going to go for it here.
Ball's on the left hash mark, 4th down and 5. Trips to the right side in a stack. Thomas rolls out to his right, throws complete. That's Lindsay. He's got it. He's got a 1st down and more as he gets across midfield into Salesian territory down to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Western.
That time, Western just rolling out to the right there. Chance Thomas finding Lindsay in the flat. Nobody on him. He's able to pick up an easy 1st down there. Great play call for Western there on offense. Chance Thomas taking care of the design of the play. Or should I say executing phenomenally, Ken.
There you go. Inskip in motion from right to left. Lindsay gets it left side, a little bit of room. That's his first positive yardage as a rusher to get a yard on 1st down.
By the time Lindsay going off to the left, he's able to make a quick cut. Didn't have anybody getting at him in the backfield, but Salesian was able to make a good form tackle on him right after he passed the line of scrimmage.
Bunch of Young, split out wide right, back to pass. Thomas goes, he hits Young. No, he doesn't. Threw in the direction of Bunchy, but again, that pass was not catchable. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Chance Thomas trying to find his timing and rhythm there on the wide receiver screen. That one was setting up very well for Western.
Yeah, he just off the mark.
There's no inside receiver getting ready to block. We might go back to that again.
3rd down and 9 this time. Taylor in the backfield. Right next to Chance Thomas, offset to his right. Lindsay in the slot to the left side. He went to Lindsay last time on 4th down for the big conversion. Let's see what happens here on 3rd. Thomas back to pass, straight back. He's got time. Looking deep, going for it all. He's got Bunchy Young open, in and off his fingers. Incomplete. A little too much on that one, or Bunchy didn't quite get to it, but Bunchy was wide open, right at the post, incomplete.
Yeah, Chance put the juice on it that time. Had Bunchy Young in the end zone. Bunchy had a good 3 yards on his cornerback, but couldn't quite run under it. I think Bunchy was he thought he was a little bit more limited with that space in the end zone than he actually was. He'd slow that route just a little bit at the top of the route. And he'll want that one back, no doubt, Kent.
4th down and 8 as Thomas put one right there and just off the fingertips of Bunchy Young. 4th down and 8. Trips out to the right side. Now there's timeout on the field as Coach Davison wants to talk this thing over. So we got a timeout on the field, 9:42 to go. Here in the first quarter, no score from Handel Stadium on the 2025 season opener for the Western Pioneers. Yeah, I'm almost afraid to run a commercial here, Justin, so I'm going to try to get this thing going here. We'll leave the commercials over to the student crew who's running it over here for Western High School and the Pioneer Press. You know, you wanted to see Western establish the run early, but against this stout Salesian defense, well, I don't know. I think it's going to be tough sledding tonight unless Coach Davis is able to mix this thing up a little bit. 4th down, we'll call it a long 8 from the Salesian 38-yard line. Lindsay motion, now he comes back the other way. Thomas rolls to his right, he's in trouble. He escapes one man, flag on the play, and he gets taken down at the 37-yard line. Usually that flag will be a hold, and it is a hold against, they threw right at the feet of Taylor. But the Salesian stopping him, I'm assuming they're going to want the football.
looks like Western setting out the defense. Of course, Western being in much better field position now that they were able to get that original fourth down.
Let's line up the Pioneers on defense. Donovan Davis, Dylan Johnson, and Ian Douglas are up front. Jacob Taylor, Jonathan Hardy, Deshaun Rufus, Aiden Luna are the linebackers. And on the back end, Osei Obede, Ernest Nunley, Taiwan Nesby, and Elijah Washington are in the secondary. Okay, we got a freshman. I believe that's the freshman starting quarterback. And it is. Handoff. Right side he goes. And that's Janthony Kopp. Quarterback starting tonight, Marty Sly, the freshman, 6'4", 210 pounds. Great size for a freshman, but he's in there starting. I think there's an issue with the other quarterback. Donovan Shirley was slated to start, but I'm not sure if he got cleared in time, so freshman Marty Sly in at quarterback, younger brother of Jordan Sly. Second down and 6. Sly back to pass. Rolling goes right. Throws intercepted. Going the other way to the house. Touchdown, Western. Welcome to the Pioneers, Osei Obegwe.
What a play by the defensive back coming up from the corner. Western brings the blitz. 2 extra guys coming on defense. That's 6 guys going towards the quarterback. Sorry, 5 guys going towards the quarterback. Quarterback couldn't take the pressure. He throws that ball out there, and the cornerback Osei just makes a split break on that interception, pick 6. You could see it from the jump. Man, what a way to have your guys on offense's back, right? Ken, we drop the ball in the end zone, we come out on defense, we don't feel sorry for ourselves, make interception, and we're in there for points. That's a great way to start it. Set the tone on defense.
Osei to the house. On to try the extra point, Rafael Rodriguez. You remember he came on late last year as a freshman. Low snap, kick is up, and it squeaks through. So with 6:55 to go here in the first quarter, I think at 8:55 to go in the first quarter, Western 7 and Salesian 0.
And that defense will have to get a quick break of water and get right back out there after the special teams. Kent, you remember last year we had some chapters of kickers. First off, we had a few different kickers go through last year.
Yeah.
Very interesting year when it came to kickers. Second off, I want to say something. Ian Douglas, number 99, the defensive lineman, set that up, Ken. Ian Douglas made a beautiful play on that first down, right? He came from the backside defensive in position and made the tackle at the line of scrimmage on the far side play. So when you break that down on film, I think it's going to look real nice. I'll say that. Great play by that young man. He was excited. It wasn't at the line of scrimmage. It was probably a 2 or 3 yard gain. Give him that. But beautiful play from a backside DN and having a great motor. And then next play, Western sets the tone, blitzes, and the pressure creates that conflict that was necessary for interception and a touchdown.
You know, I'm trying to think back how many pick sixes the Pioneers had last year. I can't remember one. And here it is, the first pass thrown their way goes the other way for 6. Wow, what a way to start. And welcome to the Pioneers. Osei, coming over from Narbonne, state champion Narbonne, makes his presence felt right away in the blue and white of Pioneers. Wow.
That number 7 looked good running on the sideline.
Well, who had that on their bingo card? The first touchdown score or the first score for the Western Pioneers was going to be a pick 6.
Oh, the over and under on that. Probably got plus $2,500 on that.
You may be right. Okay, Rodriguez has the ball teed up at the 40. Not a big leg, this sophomore now. Boots away, pooch kick over to the right side. Taken there at the 20. He's got room to the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to beat him. Touchdown. Salesian, they answer.
Salesian answers on special teams. We did a terrible job of maintaining our lanes there on kickoff return, and pretty much ran up there untouched. I don't know, not too much to say about that, Ken. That's a tough one. You know, you haven't really got too many opportunities routine is on special teams in the offseason. You're going to practice every day, but in live football, it's a little bit different.
So they got possession. Well, he's able to run past, and you know who that was? That was Jordan Sly, taking that to the house. He was a freshman last year, made his name felt, and it was a foot race with a Cal commit, Ernest Nunley, and he pulled away and scored. Pacheco on tried the extra point, snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:43 to go here in the first quarter, we're all tied at 7. Western and Salesian. Well, I think if we decided this game was going to be an over, I think probably be right. But again, you've got two really good offenses out there. Last year, Salesian averaged 27 points a game, only gave up 13, and so Western 33 points a game, and you would expect, okay, we're going to have probably a 60-point game. We're going to get that easily tonight. We'll see. The offense, neither offense has really scored. In fact, neither offense has really done a whole lot of offense.
Yeah, I think I jinxed this kind. I said defense needs to go get a drink of water, get back out in the field. Well, that was not the case.
No, they didn't. That wasn't the defense. That was special teams, and I don't think they're very special in that one. You're going to call them the not-so-special teams after that? Okay, one more time. With the sun a little further down in the horizon, kickoff coming to Western in the Western end zone. Pacheco approaches the ball and booms it away. High kick, headed to Bunchy. He's got it at the 3. Up the middle he goes at the 20. Now he cuts back. Actually, he was at the 20, cuts back, gets out to the 23 as Salesian does a really nice job of covering that one. Sorry. And Western will set up shop, 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That time Bunchy trying to create a cutback lane for himself to break a long one, but you can't hesitate quite that long on kickoff. There's just too many guys coming down to cover you.
You know, I don't know if they've actually practiced much on a grass field, because I'm telling you, they look a little slow out there, slower than usual.
It does look like a slow field to me.
Okay, Thomas brings it back in a little bit closer. 2 off to the left side. Play action fake. Keeping the ball and rolling out is Thomas. Backpedals, throws it away. Intended for Inskeep, but there was nothing doing. He was well covered there.
And as Thomas rolls out to the left there and his receivers are covered, Thomas makes the wise decision as a junior now to dish that one. Just get rid of it. Don't hold on to it too long. Don't take a sack. Don't force an interception. Just be smart, play the next play.
Trips out to the right side this time. Bunchy over to the left. No, not the pick right. Lindsay the sole back. Thomas rolling out to his right, looking for Bunchy, and he's got it. Close to first down. He's got it. Bunchy Young set up shop right at the sticks for the first down, and the senior was able to go ahead and just lean a little bit more forward and pick up the first down right at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Western.
Great job by Bunchy there, keeping his hands out in front of him, bobbled the ball a little bit, was able to come with the catch and a first down. And he found the soft spot in the defense.
Lindsay again sets up to the right of Chance Thomas. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Up the middle goes Lindsay. He's got a little bit of room. His longest run of the night gets out to the 45-yard line, picking up 8 on first down.
Yeah, Western seems to be setting up the run with the pass. That time, defense being held up a little bit because they've been looking at the pass, and Lindsay gets the ball, a clean hole to run through, and is able to be effective.
You've got Jordan Sly on Bunchy Young, so yeah, that's the matchup to watch tonight. Chance Thomas rolls out, sets up, throws, complete. That's Osei. Osei's got it right at midfield. So Osei getting involved early on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, Chance Thomas doing a good job there, releasing that ball early, and put it right on the money for his wide receiver Osei.
1st and 10. Western's got it. 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. We're all tied at 7. Fake handoff. That's Lindsay, and he's met in the backfield, and down he goes. He'll lose 3 on that play.
They just taking way too long to develop for Western. That's a fake handoff one way, then hand it to the other running back, trying to fool the defense, but the defense is able to break through the line and essentially wait in the backfield for those running backs.
That's Michael Haltom. He's a 6 foot, 280-pound defensive tackle. He's not getting moved much there, that's for sure. Seems like he's able to do whatever he wants. Second down and 13 now. They're back at the Western 47. Trips to the right. Thomas rolls out. He's got the ball. He's got to tuck it away. Rolls out, spins away from pressure, and slides down right at the 49-yard line. He ran an awful lot there. And you got to be concerned a little bit about the ball security, the way that ball was handled down.
Yeah, I think that he's got it just in one hand, never tucks it away, and is taking a slide there at the end, almost a big hit.
Third down and 9 from the 49-yard line of Salesian. Lindsey directly behind Thomas. Back to pass he goes, sets up throws. Bunchy Young's got it. Breaks a tackle. Straying close to the first down, but it can be just short. About a yard short, right at the 41, depending on the spot here, the 42-yard line. They'll bring up a 4th and 2. Western quickly on the ball. They've got a power set back there, 3 backs in the backfield. Thomas trying to get him to jump. They didn't.
Salesian stacking the box right now.
I don't know if they're going to get this play off because if the back judge is out there, he's counting them down. He blows a whistle there. I'm not sure what we got here. We have a timeout on the field. Not sure who called it or why. Looks like the official called the timeout. I didn't see him point in any direction. Oh, there's the flag for delay of game. Yeah, I saw him counting it down, but wow, that's tough. Getting a delay of game in that situation on 4th down and 2, that's just not good. And you know, here's the problem. Coach Davidson's yelling. He's talking to the white hat because that official back in the back, he wasn't raising his hand. He was putting it to the side.
And the white hat was totally. He was not looking at the official.
No, he wasn't.
He was looking at the ground. He was adjusting his pants.
Yeah, the back judge there, he's got to raise his hand and count it down clearly. I could see it from here that he was counting off. I knew they were going to be, they were in trouble, but that seemed like a really quick delay of game. Anyway, 4th down and we'll call it 7. Back at the 47-yard line. Thomas back to pass. He's got time. 3-man rush. Sets up throws. Complete. Inskeep's got it. First down, Western. Noah Inskeep, the senior, calls that in for a big play right there.
Noah Inskeep working those inside routes there. He finds a soft spot in the defense and is able to pick up the first down. Noah got a good amount of playing time for Western last year, and he's a guy we look forward to seeing his progress this year.
Osei comes out into the ball game. Goes 8 in paint. Thomas tosses out Lindsey on the left side, trying to get to the corner. He's getting strung out all the way to the sideline. He ran about 15 yards sideways and only picked up no yardage on that one.
It's tough. Thomas got to make that pitch quicker. That pitch has got to be quicker. Lindsey's a step away from getting that edge. You get that pitch in a little quicker, and he's got that step.
Second down and 10. Sun setting here in Anaheim. Beautiful night. Thomas straight back to pass. He's got time. Still got time. He's going to run out of time here in a second. Getting chased. Breaks one tackle, kind of, and he's going to go down. He'll lose 3 on the play as Thomas tried to string that out as much as he could, but he couldn't find an open receiver out there. Is doing a nice job in coverage with Salesian.
And I think at that point, when these broken plays happen and Salesian's doing such a good job of covering, that's when you got to point at a receiver and tell him where to go, right?
Yeah.
He's got the ball back there for a long time. He's got to make a decision and either throw that bad boy away or throw it at somebody where only they can get it.
Yeah, that didn't quite happen there. Third down and 13. Trips out to the left side this time. Ball's in the right hash. Thomas looks left. Now he comes back looking right. He's got time now. He's in trouble. He's being chased. And he sets up throws looking for Bunchy Young. And no flag on the plays. There's a lot of contact. But Jordan Payne in coverage there on Bunchy Young did a really nice job. 4th down.
Jordan Slide doing his thing.
Jordan Slide. Okay, Jordan Payne? Yeah.
Payne, Slide.
Sly Payne? Jordan Sly. That's a cool name. Yeah, I saw quite a bit of him on film. If you check out his huddle film, he's legit, and that was last year as a freshman.
See, he's already a very lengthy defensive back.
He's got, what, 6'2" as a cornerback. That's a legit size for one. 4th down and 13. Thomas back to pass. He's got time. Now, guy's open, but he's not seeing him, and he's going to get sacked, and that'll do it. Salesian will take over on downs as there's a Western receiver wide open out there, and he didn't get seen.
Yeah, that time Chance was stepping up into the pocket when the pressure just wasn't there. He could have sat back and, garnered his time a little bit more, but it's very tough when you're playing the football game and you've been pressured a lot over and over again to be able to trust that. But that time the offensive line did a great job as far as covering their guys. There wasn't a whole lot of pressure, but Chance stepped up into that, what he thought was the pocket there, and it just didn't work out.
Salesian takes over on down, 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line, 4:11 to go. Here in the first quarter, we're all tied at 7. Younger Sly, the freshman, is a quarterback. Cobb, the deep man in the eye. Cobb gets it, breaks to the left side, makes one man miss, makes another man miss, drags a Western defender down to the inside the 45-yard line of Western. That's a 1st down for Salesian.
Tackle on the play there by Aiden Payne. Aiden coming up from a safety position to make that tackle.
Cobb, he's a senior, 5'10", 180 pounds, but there's a flag on that play, so it's gonna wipe out that nice run by him. I just like how he runs. You see, he's got a very low center of gravity, and he'll run. You can't arm tackle him. There's no way you're gonna arm tackle that kid unless you're playing in the NFL. So no, that kid's he's got a nice low center of gravity, and he runs really well.
And it was Donovan Davis playing that right side that time, took on 2 blockers and looked like he was going to destroy that play, but nobody was able to come up and fill that outside hole once the running back went there. Likely because 2 blockers were on that bad boy and got called.
1st down and 15 now. Cobb offset to the left of Payne. Gets the ball right side. He goes, trying to get to the outside. Getting strung out nicely. Nice job out there by the Pioneer defense. As coming up to make that play was Ernest Nunley.
Nunley making a low tackle around the ankles. One of those ones you love to see DBs be able to execute. It's not something a linebacker ever be able to do. But Nunley shoots that tackle. We call it shooting the arrow. Shoots through that tackle, gets him low, and does it with speed and precision.
What do you mean a linebacker wouldn't be able to do that?
I mean, that's a Davidson blood type thing that I've seen. It's Josh Davidson type tackle right there. He would be proud of that one. Nunley a little higher. He aims a little higher than Davidson.
That's funny. Davidson's he's aiming for the shoelaces, right?
Yes.
Josh Davidson. Okay. 2nd down and make that should be 3rd down and 15, I believe. Inside handoff and gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
What about
Did I miss a down?
About that though, Nunley, as much as I say that, that's one of the most crucial plays to come up and do is will you do your job and come up and force them inside. That's exactly what Nunley did. You don't want to go inside, then what's happening? So it's a great job. That play got strung out by the defensive line first. The linebackers came in and filled their spots, and Nunley came in and took care of the tackle. That's a great team play there by the whole defense.
3rd down and 13. From the Salesian 42-yard line. Trips out to the left side. Payne back to pass, attempting a second pass, sets up throws. It's complete. And tackled right away was a receiver out there, and he just got waylaid as soon as he touched it. So again, great job. That was a ball was completed out there to Don Rodriguez, and huge tackles there.
That's Rafael Rodriguez coming up to make the tackle with Aiden Payne. Both guys executing quick tackle, playing that triangle defense perfectly. Until they practice that.
Actually, that was Elijah Washington. There was a number change. Your roster got goofed up there. Elijah Washington is number 21 for tonight for Western, and number 20 is Rafael Rodriguez. They changed their numbers actually before the game started. 4th down and 9, and Salesian sent out the punting unit. Ball's booted away and taken right at the 15-yard line. That's Nunley. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's at midfield. Crosses midfield. Ernest Nunley with a big return there. And you know what I really liked about that? You know what it is, right?
He caught the ball.
He caught the ball in the air. How often does that happen in high school football where the ball will bounce? You won't even go get it.
Ken, it wasn't an easy one. It wasn't a long punt. It was a medium punt in length. It had a good amount of hang time. So that defender was right there. He had to catch that with some pressure on him, caught it low, and was able to keep his speed. A great play there. Just athletic football play there.
Pioneers in great field position at the Salesian 45-yard line. Minute 1 to go here in the first quarter. It's 7-7. Thomas back to pass. He's got time, looking for it all. He's got Bunchy. He's open. Got it! Touchdown! Western! Bunchy Young!
And that's the first of many for this year. Chance Thomas to Bunchy Young with the deep ball in the end zone, looking as crisp as ever.
And he beat the big-time cornerback over there, Jordan Sly, and that's a huge win over there for Western. For Bunchy to beat him, that's good on good, and Bunchy Young made his presence known there. That's the second time he's gotten deep, and this time the connection was there.
I didn't even know Sly was on him. Bunchy had that many yards. That was a great job by Bunchy.
Rodriguez out of the hold of Thomas, and that ball barely sneaks over the goalpost, but the point is good nonetheless. So 51 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Western 14 and Salesian 7.
Man, the way Bunchy plays, he looks like he's 3 inches taller than last year. I know it's not that big of a difference, but he's bigger and he's playing taller. He looks big.
You know what he looks like if you see him. I saw him when I first saw him last year. He looked kind of skinny actually.
Yeah.
Now you look at him, it's like, oh no, this guy's legit. He's worked his tail off in the weight room. Coach Lauderdale, we can't say enough about him. He does a heck of a job. So again, just a great job out there.
Yeah, great
by Bunchy.
Great job by Bunchy. They're asking for our order.
Okay. Rodriguez had the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. And Salesian, last time they had the ball kicked off, and they kicked it to Jordan Sly, and he took it the distance.
Yeah, that's where you want to keep it away from.
Yeah, and it was a short kick, too. Slides the guy over to the right side, so I probably don't want to kick it that way this time again. But deep Cobb, he's deep to the left, so anybody but to the short right or deep left. Pooch kick this time, a little shorter than it was last time. Kicked up and bobbled. Sly's got it, and he doesn't go down easily.
I think that might have been the intention last time.
Yeah, I think so, but he kicked it a little too far. But Sly's able to get it after he bobbled it a little bit. He's able to haul it in. And no return on the play. Western was right in on it. Much better job there of kicking there by Rodriguez.
That's exactly where we want to put it as a kicker. Right between that Sly and the guy in front of him, where it's like right in the middle and somebody has to make a decision.
Well, here's the thing too. Remember, this being a grass field, we've seen that ball hit and just die right there in the grass.
Usually in the turf field, that might bounce out of bounds.
Right, exactly. And then this time it just, boom, stuck. It's almost like the grass isn't mowed down there. I didn't get a chance to go down the field.
Just look visually, and you see how you see brown and there's dirt where they leveled the grass. that area is going to bounce more. The area you see pure green, that area is going to die. They just planted all of this grass, and grass is so soft when it's brand new, and especially freshly mowed. This field looks amazing tonight. However, you can tell if you land the ball on the hash mark, it's going to bounce. If you land the ball just outside the hash mark where the grass is really green, it's going to die. We've seen it happen multiple times.
You mean where the grass is greener?
Where the grass is greener? The grass ain't always greener on the other side.
Well, it's greener tonight, right?
On the other side of in the middle of the field.
Yeah, there you go. You know, Justin, you being here, it's got to bring back some memories for you, right? You know, being here at Handle Stadium, you know, lots of blood, sweat, and tears down on that field.
It just brings me back to first game of senior season against Saddleback. That's what it brings me back to.
Saddleback with Rashard Matthews.
Yeah, Saddleback, you know, that was the only game I really remember playing at home that it was still light outside for that whole first half, so that's why it gives me that type of feeling.
Yeah, okay.
And I think back then we were starting football season a good amount later. So this year we might get a couple times where we have light for the first, you know, half of the game.
Yeah.
When's daylight save times, Ken?
Gee, that's a great question.
You know,
I'm usually full of you.
Something business guys aren't not supposed to know.
Yeah. I don't know when that is. Wow, looks like there's multiple penalties here. Instead of having the ball at the 40, the ball goes all the way back to the 19-yard line. You know, it's funny, the officials take kind of, everybody has their issues right now so far tonight. You know, us a few technical glitches out the gate. It seems like we're coming in okay, according to our sound check gal, Carmen. So here we go. 1st and 10 back at the 19-yard line, 46 seconds to go. Sly sets up, throws incomplete off the mark, off to the right side. The younger Sly. Marty Sly, the quarterback, baptism by fire tonight. His very first pass goes off the mark and taken the other way by Ernest Nunley. I mean, by Osei Obegne. Appreciate the offer, but yeah, can't eat right now. Can't eat and talk at the same time. I can walk and chew gum, but I don't think I can eat and talk at the same time. Really nice offer here, but Justin, we're like celebs. We get food up here brought to us, but can't eat it. 2nd down and 10. Trips out to the left side this time. 2 out to the left side. Keeper, and down he goes. Oh, there was a big mix-up back there. And I'm not sure if the ball came loose, but that was a direct snap over there to Don Rodriguez. And that trick play didn't fool anybody.
And that was Western bringing the blitz in. Coach Jeremy Davidson on defense, scheming up that blitz, and Jacob Taylor being an absolute menace. Lined up in one hole, jumped last second to the other hole, and got a free release. Took that back, and when he got to the backfield to the quarterback, he had another defender there with him. So they got to put a nice little hit on that ball carrier. I'm not sure what SALESIAN was trying to do there, but it worked out well. Western had the right defensive play call, that's for sure.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. The score here from Handle Stadium, Western 14 and SALESIAN 7. It's time for the Pioneer Shoutouts, brought to you by Elevate Health. Got to say hello to Randy Bowser, the Davidson clan, Marcella, Josh, Elise, Lizzie, and Emily. Got to say hello to my lovely wife, Carmen, our sound check gal. And to all of you listening in, be sure to give us a big shout and a thumbs up listening to our ball game tonight here on MixLR and on the YouTube channel, the Pioneer Press YouTube channel. You know, Jess, I didn't see the freshman quarterback out there for those last 2 plays. You got to wonder if his confidence, he's just not be able to be effective enough. So it's Coach Atkins is going to have to go to a different route, because I don't see him coming out again.
And, sometimes you feel like the freshman might be the more talented guy, but once the game, starts, it is a way different game than youth football, right? And maybe now you think, maybe that sophomore, junior, senior that was the original backup, maybe I can put him in. We've seen this a lot in the NFL too, Pete. So, you put that guy you think is really talented in, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah.
Okay, well, Sly he's back into the ball game as he was out that last play. So the freshman the freshman slide comes into the ball game as they switch into the fields, and now Salesian will be going from left and right to the scoreboard side on 3rd down and 13, back at their own 15-yard line. Sly sends trip receivers out to the right. Cobb offset to his left, flag on the play. Offsides against Western. The ball wasn't even snapped if they jumped.
Oh, man, that's terrible. That's because we've been lining up way too close to that. Way too close in that zone. Off the right defensive end all night, and they finally got us.
Yeah, I think I heard one of the coaches up here saying it.
And I was going to call it out earlier, but we got away with it on the play we needed to get away with it on.
You know, Justin, I hate to keep bringing this up. Maybe the camera guy will show this, but you got a beautiful sunset going on right here, and it is what a picturesque backdrop. 3rd down now and 8 from the 21-yard line. Trips to the right side. Sly's got time. He's got lots of time. Rolls out to his left. Takes off running. He's got to get to at the 30-yard line. He runs out short of the 1st down. That's going to bring up a 4th down and likely a punting situation for Coach Atkins. Got to give a big thanks and a shout out to Kevin Nguyen, Gabriel Rodriguez, Caleb Nguyen, the production technical advisor, Gabriel Rodriguez, the cameraman, and Angel Vargas, our producer tonight. Angel coming back as a grad student here on the Pioneer Press.
Big shout out myself to all my guys at the Showdown Series. Maybe Nate Williams.
Nate the Great.
And TJ Fenton, you know, coaching up 120 yards offense last week for the big W over Inglewood.
Kick is booted away. Melanie drifts back to his 30-yard line, makes one man miss, and trying to get away from the other, but not going to happen as he gets stopped right at the 30-yard line. That's where Western will take over 1st and 10, back at their own 30-yard line. But again, what do you like about that? He catches the dang ball, right? You have a punt returner that catches the ball. Man, I'm an excited guy.
Very excited guy. You know, it takes some cojones, as they say, to come up there and want to catch that ball every time, and not just that, to want to catch it with enthusiasm so that you got a chance to go take it up the field.
Hey, you got to catch the sunset there. Isn't that beautiful? There you go. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. Those people are maybe watching from Hawaii, or maybe those listening in Mexico. Jeff Nauman could be listening from Mexico tonight. And Sean Arnold from the hospital room in Memorial Hospital, hopefully coming home on Friday.
Get home, Sean.
1st and 10. Yeah, he's got to host a draft. Thomas back to pass, sets up throws. Bunchy Young left side's got it. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Hard bit of running there by Bunchy. Gets out 8 yards. 8 tough yards. Last year, there's no way he's able to get there. He'll go down on the first hit. This time he broke 3 tackles to pick up 8 tough yards on that quick out to the left side.
Yes, it's Bunchy doing his thing, you know, being a slightly more confident receiver than last year and just having a much larger, just more muscle. I mean, he looks more like a bully this year.
Looks like a bully. Bunchy the bully, the nicest kid in the world. Handoff inside, that's Lindsey fighting hard, trying to move forward, but he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. I don't even think he did. As the offensive line not pushing those big Salesian Mustangs back at all. And Lindsey, he'll lose a yard on the play.
Salesian's got some big guys up there. They've been moving those interior linemen around a little bit too, trying to create a little bit of confusion for Western's offensive linemen.
3rd down and 3. From the Western 37-yard line. 10:26 to go here in the first half. It's 14-7 Pioneers. Trip to the right side. Thomas back to pass. He breaks the pocket, loses the ball, picks it up. Trying to get scrambled out to the right side, looking for somebody to get open. Nobody's getting open, and all that bit of running, he'll go down.
That's what's tough there, Kent. Holding that ball out in one hand, and then things happen like that. And luckily enough, Chance had the wherewithal to pick that one back up, and the ball died right on that grass once again.
Yeah, that ball security was an issue last season as a sophomore, and you know, I got to tell you, somebody's got to get in his ear and say, yeah, Chance, you really can't do that. As Noah Inskeep's going to drift back in punt formation, as Coach Davis decides, no, we're not going to go for it here.
You're better in that situation of putting one up deep, just a prayer up deep to your guy who's in single coverage down the field and looking at it as a punt if it's an interception or incomplete, right?
Yeah.
Rather than standing back there trying to make that time for yourself, fumbling the ball and it turning into a disaster and going for 7 the other way or 6 the other way, right? That's the opportunity cost of what you're doing. So you gotta have that clock in your head. When it hits 4 seconds, just, it's already a half a second or a full second too late. You gotta release that ball.
Salesian's looking like this is going to be a fake, but Inskeep boots it away. Low line drive kick, takes a bounce, and Salesian stays away from it. They don't come up and get it, and Western picks up huge yards on that punt.
So do you see the huge difference, Kent?
No.
As a return man, you're protected from that defender. He can't just come up and smack you in the mouth. You got to come up and meet the ball. Salesian said, okay, that one's 3 yards in front of me, and those defenders are coming. We're going to let it bounce to me, and they lose 10, 12 yards.
Easy. That's a big
And we watched that all last year, and I did my best not to rip my head out of it because I'm not very good of a punt returner myself, but I know the importance of it.
Yeah, it's a thing, that's for sure.
So that's you see how last time I talked about the excitement of the returner coming up to make that catch. Like it's a fearlessness. It's an excitement. I'm going to use that fair catch if I absolutely have to, but I'm catching this ball no matter what. And that's what we've seen from Western tonight that we love, and Salesian that time losing some yards on it on special teams.
First and 10 Salesian, they got it at their own 20-yard line, 9:01 to go. Here in the first half, 14-7 Western. Western showing blitz, here they come. Inside handoff, that's Cobb, and he's just grabbing around right around the throat, it looked like. And that looked like Big Ian Douglas there on the stop for the Pioneers.
I think I'm about to hear it from Coach Kobe right now. I had something to say about that offensive play last week. Let's see if he's listening. If you guys are listening, go ahead and text us over here and let us know how we sound, that you're listening in this year. And Coach Kobe, Coach, I'm watching from Hawaii. Hey man, got to give these guys a big shout out. Love those guys.
Aloha.
Mahalo.
Second down 8, they didn't do anything. Saying, oh, almost intercepted. Jacob Taylor almost had that in his sights as Sly just threw that one up for grabs, and he's lucky that one didn't go back the other way.
Good job on all 3 levels there by the Western defense. We got a good push up front. Looked like they were trying to set up a bit of a running back screen, and we had guys there in the second wave, got their hands up. Western's been doing their film study, it looks like, this year. We've been in position tonight to make the plays we need to make. I like that on defense a lot.
Third down and 8. A little bit more about your former coaches in a second. They're very familiar with this field. Third down and 8, trips out to the right side for Sly. Rolling out to his right. He's in trouble. He's able to throw, and it goes well over the head of the intended receiver, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down in a punting situation for them. So you got your coaches over there as Los Al travel to Hawaii to take on Kapolei, the Hurricanes, tomorrow night, and they'll be at 6 o'clock, and you can catch them if you follow me on Twitter. I posted the link if you happen to want to see it. Again, I got a close affinity for those guys. As you know, I've known these guys 20-something years. Great coaches, great guys all the way around, and thank you to them for listening in. A big mahalo to those guys. I'm sure they're all getting laid out there. That's a you call me that was a grandpa joke, right? You go to Hawaii, get laid. Grandpa. Oh wow, Ernest has certainly given him a lot of room there. And that's a low punt. He's not getting that one off. He's trying to break it to the outside and nothing doing. And Western's going to take over in great field position on that botched snap. I was just going to remark, Ernest Lenley's back 50 yards. He's expecting a huge run there. But again, he runs up and catches, so what?
That kicker was 5'9", 150 pounds. I looked at the leg, I said, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. Like, wow. Okay, well, anyway, it worked out for the Pioneers because they've got it in great field position at the Salesian 23-yard line. Those of you tuning in expecting a lot of offense from these two offensive powerhouses, it's a defensive struggle tonight. We'll see if Western, there's only been one offensive touchdown. A big bomb from Chance Thomas to Bunchy Young in the towards the end of the first quarter. First and 10, Pioneers at the Salesian 23-yard line. Lindsey deep in the back. He gets the ball, left side he goes. He's got a little bit of a crease. That's close to his longest run of the night, 9 yards. Inside the 15-yard line goes Skylar Lindsey.
Time the hole developing perfectly for Lindsey there. And Lindsey hitting the hole with speed. Western doing a better job of blocking at the line of scrimmage in the second quarter.
Second down and 1. I think they call this a king. They call this a king backfield, I believe. Handoff, Lindsey again. Ducks his shoulder pads or his helmet and gets behind that, but he's going to get a whole yard out of all that. Really not a whole lot of push there coming from Western's offensive line. Third down and we'll give him a yard. Third down and a short one. So, Justin, you think Dan's going to go for Coach Davis to go for a field goal here if this one comes up short?
Nope.
No way, no how, huh? Okay. Third down and 1. We'll call this a full house back. I think it's called a king. Thomas back to pass. He's got time. Sets up, throws right side, incomplete. Yeah, I was trying to get to Bunchy this time, and Sly was right on him. Actually, he was going to Osei on that one, and Sly was all over him, incomplete.
And you got to love the play call there. They're going from the left hash. They just get that one-on-one matchup. Tough part about it is really handsy there. I can't say that I really. There should have been a call there, but it was very handsy, and I thought there was a possibility of it. But that being said, you're going to run it back on fourth down. You're in the same position. Do you go for the same play?
Actually, what they did is now they switched Sly over on Bunchy. Fourth down and 1. Handoff. Sly came up for the stop, and I think he's got enough for a first down. As Lindsey needed to get just to the 13-yard line. I think he's close. We'll see. That's one of those inside foot or outside foot. First down, Pioneers. It's a tough 2-yard run there by Skylar Lindsey. That moves the sticks.
Western right back on.
Second down.
And that's the magic right there that Chance Thomas brings. As many times as we get a little bit frustrated, that time he just makes an unbelievable little sidestep there, lets his blockers pick up one more guy and finds that space. He had Lindsey wide open. Lindsey just couldn't make the catch. Lindsey had already thought he was Chance Thomas was going to try to run it in, but you got to stay aware.
Second down and 4. Ball's on the 7-yard line. Toss out to Taylor. That's his first touch tonight as an offensive ball carrier, and he'll lose two on the play.
And I'm not the biggest fan of that play call because you're running a running back toss to the short side of the field in the boundary, and it just gives you such a limited amount of space to go 7-on-7, 8-on-8. I mean, you're almost helping the defense out there.
And Taylor's one of those guys, he's got to go, he's got to get a step to go. He's got to pick up the acceleration.
Yeah, I think pitching sideways to Taylor might not be the way to go. That guy gets a step ahead, hand off the ball, and he's got a head of steam already.
Yeah, that's the guy, you want him going running downhill. There's an official's timeout as there's a cramp on the field. I was going to ask you what the over-unders was going to be on cramps tonight. As you know, you got the big humid environment, and you know, this was something you're going to get to Coach Lauderdale. I bet he was telling his guys, you dang well better not be cramping out there in the field tonight. And you got a Salesian Mustang down on his back, stretching out. Going to go to the sideline, get some pickle juice and mustard and whatever else you eat.
We need an actual mustard man.
You got a mustard man? There you go.
But yeah, Ken, I can't say I didn't prepare right for today either. I'm trying to get down there to use the restroom. I don't know, 6 more minutes left in the half.
This is going to be
the most
tough,
unprofessional portion of me. It's been years since I've had to.
Well, you got a few bottles up here, right?
Yeah.
Use them, right? Anyway, my buddy's in the hospital there, and he's got one of those. Never mind. I'll leave the vigil for another day. Third down, and call it 8 from the 7-yard line, from the 11-yard line. Thomas back to pass, sets up, throws. Taylor's got it, heads in the end zone. Touchdown, Western!
Jacob Taylor pushes that ball across to make sure he got the touchdown, but I thought he was going to make that guy pay.
I had it when I talked to him yesterday.
I would have wanted to make him pay.
That's exactly what I just want to put my hat in somebody and make him pay. Exactly what he said.
You know,
And he's a quiet kid. He's a quiet kid too.
Sly coming down to meet him at the goal line, and Sly let up. Jacob Taylor reached that ball out. It was a nice on nice rather than a mean on mean.
Rodriguez on to try the extra point. Snap down. Kick is up. And this one looks better. It's good. So with 5:54 to go here in the first half, it's Western 21, Salesian 7.
Kent gonna have to carry the show for about 2 minutes.
Okay. I think I can do that because they're gonna just run, boy, run.
Excuse me, guys.
Guys, where's Coach Cobley when I need him? I need him on the side, you know, doing color for me. I'm gonna have to carry this for the time it takes Justin to run downstairs and run back. Now, if it were me running downstairs and running back, it might take a while. So I can call Justin. Justin's all the way down to the side, you know, down to the stairs. He's at the bottom of the stairs. He's cutting to the right. And now he's slowing down a little bit, chatting with a few fans. Oh, good Lord. Well, that was a great drive there by Western, set up by that botched punt. We went 25 yards, that's it. And the botched punt put them in great field position. Rodriguez has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, kicking from right to left. With 5:54 to go here in the first half, as the sun has set here at Handel Stadium. High kick, pooch kick off the left side. It's returnable. Taken at the 30, up the middle, and off to the sideline goes the return man, Don Rodriguez, and he gets it out to the 37-yard line. That's where Salesian will take over. First 10 with 5:46 to go here in the first half. It's 21-7 Pioneers. Well, let's see what the Pioneers can do here on defense as they cashed in. That's their second offensive touchdown of the night. The first score of the season, for those of you just joining in from Hawaii, the first score of the season comes by way of Osei Obedu. Pick 6 of the first pass from Sly. Inside handoff. Cobb breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, still moving the pile across the 45-yard line to the 46. He just kept going the whole way. Marty Sly, the freshman, had to step in to start this ball game as Donovan Shirley, the junior, did not clear CIF. So Marty Sly, the freshman, the younger brother of the standout cornerback wide receiver Jordan Sly, he's making his first start as a true freshman, well, as the only freshman. Trips to the right side. Handoff Cobb, he's got a first down, breaks a tackle. Still on his feet, breaks another tackle. He crosses midfield and gets inside the 45-yard line down to the 43. And that's a first down for Salesian. Cobb's one of those guys you just cannot arm tackle. You got to get both arms around him and then drive your legs. As a former coach I know would say, you got to run your feet, and Pioneers may not be running their feet all that much. There's a timeout on the field, and Salesian takes a timeout with 4:52 to go here in the first half. It's 21-7 Western. Your Pioneers out on top. You know, it's rare that you have a time where you'll have three teams you play in a season, a preseason, that are playing you for the first time ever. And we covered that earlier in the ball game where Salesian, this is the first ever meeting between these two ball clubs. Tomorrow night, next Friday, will be Villa Park comes and visits us, and that's the first time they've ever played here as well. So Villa Park, and then we'll finish off the preseason, or the pre-league season, taking on San Dimas at San Dimas, the San Dimas Saints. Okay, they come back out. I did give you a shout out there, Copes. Okay, 1st and 10, handoff. Up the middle goes Cobb, taken down to near the 36-yard line. That
time Cobb with crafty inside running. He could could get tackled at the line of scrimmage, he was able to scamper forward there for like 7 yards on first down.
Yeah. Call it a long 6, short 7. Hey, have we ever had anybody listen to us from Hawaii before? I think it's the first. This is the first Hawaii listener we got. We got a guy down in Mexico.
Coach Mesa's pretty much always on an island, but it's not Hawaii.
That's not quite Hawaii. He's a few inches short of Hawaii over there on the rig out there. And there's another timeout. That looks like another cramp.
It's very humid down there, Kent.
Yeah.
I just had to take one run down the stairs and one run up the stairs.
And you're sweating. You're sweating both. Okay, I got it. Yeah, you got Crampazolas going on. And when you look over and see the Western Pioneers not cramping up, you gotta sit back and smile. When after the ball game, you got to talk to Coach Lauderdale and say, "All right, Coach, what'd you think about that? Our boys better not be." He'll have something good to say about that.
Coach Lauderdale, one of the most inspirational guys out there, man. They make you run through a wall.
Yeah, I mean, like literally.
Kind of just looks at you in a way. You're like, all right, what do you need me to do?
Second down and we'll call it a long 4. As Marty slide. Ball's out of the left hash. Western showing blitz. Here they come. It gets picked up. One-on-one out to the side and knocked away incomplete as the receiver out there turned defenders. That was going to get picked off. He just jumped up and knocked it away.
He had to jump up with the opposite arm to knock that one away and make sure that, Kent, you got me a 19 on you, you got me a 20. Now I don't know who 21 is. Who was that in coverage?
That was Elijah Washington.
There we go, Elijah Washington.
I blame Coach Davidson for that one. It comes up at the last minute and goes, literally 20 minutes before kickoff goes, "Hey, we got a number change." Hey, okay. We won't. I'll have time to prepare. Third down, that's Cobb. Breaks it to the outside. He's got a first down and more. Boots it out again to the right side as Nunley pushed him out of bounds right at the Western 20-yard line. And Salesian with their best penetration into Western territory so far this night. All the way down to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Nunley really trying to force him in as the rest of the Western defense is having trouble making up that ground. There was a big hole, so Nunley had to force it and then try to bounce it again. Nunley was able to use his speed to catch back up and force him out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Haven't heard much from Jordan Sly as a receiver, as Ernest Nunley's got him blanketed all night. Handoff, Cobb right side. He's got a big crease. Hurdles the man, a la Saquon Barkley, and gets on down to the 12-yard line. An 8-yard pickup there by Cobb.
That was last play, Cobb. Last play and this play, and that time Cobb just hurdling Ernest Nunley. Not for nothing, not an easy guy to just do that to.
No, actually Ernest Nunley was on the left. Oh, that was Ernest Nunley. I thought Nunley was over on the left side. Okay.
And 11 shoot for the tackle.
He jumped it.
Cobb jumped it.
A la Saquon Barkley. 2 tight end set here. Cobb offset to the right. Cobb gets it, left side he goes, cuts back up the middle, and he's going to be close to first down. I think he's got it as he's right at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Salesian. 2:51 to go here in the first half. Salesian's knocking on the door.
Cobb looked like he was shooting for an off-tackle carry, but he cuts it right back inside. And you can see that he's able to use his body in space well to pick up that first down. He knows he needs exactly what he needs and how hard he needs to speed and how he needs to fall to get that first down.
1st and goal. Cobb offset to the left, double tight end set for the Mustangs. Back to pass, goes Sly, sets up throws, and that should draw a flag, but it didn't. Wow. I thought Nunley was all over, but maybe the intended receiver out there was falling down, but Ernest certainly, it seemed like there was a lot of contact out there on Steven Overoff.
I'd say they let that other one go earlier. There was a good amount of contact. I didn't see Nunley pull or drag on him. I see the contact right off the line, and then at the end of that play there, it looked like the wide receiver did trip. But I do see what you're saying, Kev. They were both tight in coverage there, and Salesian that time leaving everybody in to block. So that was just designed for one-on-one football.
Yeah, they've gone to double tight end and just 2 receivers out in the formation now, giving more protection for the freshman, Marty Sly. Deep man is Cobb. He gets the ball up the middle. He goes, headed for Pater. It's going to stop short. All the way down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and goal there. As there was a huge hole up the middle there for Cobb.
That's also what it does, Kent. You have both those tight ends on the field at the same time. Sometimes it creates bigger running lanes for your running backs. He gets to sit back there and hide behind 2 extra guys before he gets the football, and he's got 2 more guys blocking for him. So when it comes down to his vision and the decision and where he's going to go, it's a little bit more in his favor when he's got those tight ends in there blocking for him, as he will again on this play.
3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Cobb offset to the left. Handoff he goes. He's got it in. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown. That was way too easy for a goal line play to have your have the opposing running back just walk in for a touchdown.
I mean, that's such a traditional counter right there. They just trapped the inside guard, it looked like, and like you said, Kent, he had a golden brick road into the end zone.
He sure did. And that adds. That's the first offensive touchdown scored tonight by the Mustangs. As on to try the extra point is Aiden Pacheco. Pacheco, the soccer-style kicker, off to the right side, and he's at number 1, kind of in the backfield there. Still moving. Now he runs off. I don't know how many guys they have in the field there. And the kick was up and good. I guess they're just going to ignore that guy that was about 10 yards to the sideline there. Everybody, I don't know. I think he was supposed to be in. Thought he was going to be in. And he ran out.
First game of the season.
Well, that kick was up and good. So the minute 32 to go here in the first half. It's Western 21 and Salesian 14. I got to give a big shout out to the Rivas family. That's my son-in-law, daughter, and grandkids over there. Ernest, Patty, Xavier, and Sophia. Sophia didn't make the trip out to Hawaii with Los Alamitos. She's the film gal for Los Al. She does the end zone, been handling it for 4 years. Very proud of her. And she won't be doing it this game. You'd think, wow, you got send Sophia to Hawaii. Why not, right?
Pretty sure I've seen her on the roster on Max Prep or something.
Yeah, she is. She had the same number as Malachi Nelson for 4 years, number 7. Okay, let's see what Western can do here with a minute 32 to go. Ball's booted away, deep, and that ball goes halfway in through the end zone, and Western, it's a touchback. Western will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
We're going to get to see possibly a little scenario of a 2-minute offense here. We'll see how Western wants to push it. They got the whole field to go, 80 yards in front with a minute 30 left to go. I imagine with Western's aggressive offense that they're going to try to at least get out here and make something happen on their first 3 downs.
Well, big test coming up for the Pioneers next week as Villa Park Spartans come to town for their first ever visit with the Western Pioneers. Coached by Dusan Onsich. 1st and 10 Western. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Thomas back to pass. Rolls to the right, takes off running. He's got a little bit of room, slides down just shy of 30-yard line. Clock continues to wind at a minute 22 as Thomas picks up 9 yards on 1st down.
And I'm at it if they're going to play soft coverage on you. You guys aren't open, go ahead and take that ball down and run. Good decision there by Chance Thomas and the slide as well.
2nd and 1, sets up, throws quick, right side, 1st down, as Osei has it. 1st down right at the 35-yard line. We saw that all year last year with J.J. Amesqua. That quick little out there from Chance Thomas. I think that's the first time I've seen it so far this season. Usually by now we'd seen it at least 5 times.
Yeah, JJ loved that route. Chance and JJ were very good on that. It was like the second that JJ turned his head, Chance already had that ball on him.
Trips to the left side, sets up, throws. Lindsey's got it, makes one man miss. Cuts up the middle, he goes. And he gets back to the 43-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there. The clock continues to wind. We're at 50 seconds and counting here in the first half. 2 timeouts left on the clock for the Pioneers. Trips to the right side. Thomas sets up, and down he goes. Boy, he breaks away for he breaks a tackle. I thought he was going down, but now he goes down as wow. Big number 90 in again. We've called this number I don't know how many times, but that's Michael Haltom, 6 foot 280 pounds, and he just got his big meat hooks on Chance Thomas, and somehow Thomas was able to escape that, but not able to do anything with it once he's able to escape.
Chance showing that he's got some strength there, trying to continue that play and showing the dog in him, but right after getting let go, he stepped back up into that pocket and was met by another defender.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot being able to step up in the pocket. That's usually a function of their defensive fronts resetting the line of scrimmage in the backfield, so you're rolling out. And, that's where I think you'd have a lot more success is rolling out, because you've got, those guys are clogging the middle. They've just decided this middle is ours, and we're not, Western's not going to do anything about that.
And I think rolling it out might, especially when you're having tight coverage, you might break you off a receiver that you can find,
3rd down and 7 with 29 seconds to go here in the first half. Thomas straight back. He's got time. Rolls out to his right. Now he cuts back. He's in trouble. And down he goes hard. Thomas gets sacked again. And with 18 seconds to go, we'll see if SALESIAN calls a timeout. And they do. They bang their second timeout. They've got 1 left with 16 seconds to go.
That time, Chance Thomas just not getting the time for the play to develop, for him to get the ball to his receivers. He had a sack on that play. It looks like Western's going to bring on the punt team.
Here's the thing with Chance. It looks to me like you got, it's not about the time. It almost seems like he's very deliberate back there. That's putting it nicely.
He's trying to stay in the pocket.
Yeah.
He's trying not to roll out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I could see that. I mean, you got to you do understand, Ken, but the pressure of having like 15 Division I offers, I mean, Bill Belichick wants you.
Is that right?
UNC wants Chance, it's like, he's trying to stay back there and be that more prototypical style pro quarterback. Even us, when he gets running, we get nervous about him dropping the ball.
Right.
I think he's trying to do what he's being taught to do in the offseason, and that could actually reap a lot of rewards later on in the season. But right now, the line and him just not on the same page, so he's stepping up into a pocket that's already collapsed.
Low snap and picked up and booted away by Inskeep, the senior. Fair catch called for and made right at the 37-yard line. So SALESIAN will have 9 seconds to do something here, and they've got 62 yards and 1 timeout to make it happen.
Not possible. A little home cooking on that too. At 19 seconds to start the play.
Yeah, that was quick.
Home cooking there.
Yeah, you know what it was? It was the bounce snap. That took 5 seconds itself, right? If it was a clean snap,
That was a
been
really
better.
bad snap. Snapping like 40% of the way. Then got it, bounced and got to him.
yeah, it was a good bounce though, right?
It was the best bounce we've seen on the grass all night.
Let's see what kind of arm Marty Sly's got. As my guess, he's going to just put it up deep. See if he can't draw a penalty if nothing else. Western with a 3-man front. Here they come. Looks like they're setting up a double pass. Wide open. It's Sly. He's got it. Inside the 30-yard line. Or down near the 30-yard line. And time has run out. There's triple zeros on the scoreboard.
Jokes on that's not a great look there for Sly. Sly catches that ball. He comes down and he's doing the arrow. And I think, right there near the end of the half, I think they want to try to get a timeout. Being aware as a player, you're going to call him out.
Well, I think they're saying there's 1 second on the clock. There's still time on the clock because, you talked about home cooking, and yeah. Here's a good snap. The ball's kicked is up. It's got the distance. And it is good. Wow, as time expires here in the first half, Aiden Pacheco hits a 47-yarder. And that'll send them to halftime. The score, Western 21 and Salesian 17.
That one would have been good.
48.
7, but not from 47 point.
Exactly. That barely got over the crossbar.
That one dunked the crossbar on the bottom side of the crossbar, and it probably ended up after the bounce, maybe turning it by a foot. From what I can see from here, very far look, but I feel like Nunley could have gone up and got that off the rim. Like if it was
Could he have
all right
blocked
in-
it? Can he block
like,
it?
like, if it was all right in football, he could have jumped up and just like tipped that one down.
I think you can, right?
I don't know.
I think you can.
Right there, it looked like.
as we are getting ready to start this third quarter of play. As we are back on the YouTube Pioneer Press. Thank you guys for joining us again. Justin and I have been talking pretty much nonstop here about what's been going on for those of you listening in on the radio. But we're getting ready to get this game going. Justin, what do you expect to see here in this second half?
We expect Western to continue some great defensive play, only giving up 10 points in that first half. I expect us to solidify on special teams, no more mistakes on special teams, and tertiarily, my favorite word.
What's it? Tertiarily?
Tertiarily.
Get you
The
breaking
third
down
thing
some-
I would like to mention is the offense. That offensive line shoring up whatever problems we did have there in the first half of protecting their quarterback, allowing chance of time back there. He needs to get that ball off. Skylar Lindsay to continue running hard because those holes will come, Skylar, and you're going to pop a big one soon here. I believe Skylar's going to get one here in the second half when he's grinding down on them. Salesian, been a tremendous matchup tonight so far, Kent. Look forward to seeing Jordan Sly and then Cobb continue to do what they've been doing, and then the young Sly quarterback who seems to not be shaken up at all in his first varsity start.
Yeah, after jitters, throw a pick six on your first ever pass, and coming back and kind of righting the ship. Well, Salesian, they're expecting a pooch kick now, and if there's any way Rodriguez can kick it over their head, this would be a win. But Salesian does a nice job, and he does. He kicks it deep. It's returnable. It's dropped and knocked out of bounds. Wow, now that should be a flag because he did touch it. There's no way that's a flag against Western. Why would you call it a flag? He touched it in bounds. You got to wave it off there, ref. He picked up his flag and threw it, and Coach Davis said, "What are you doing over there?"
It's their first game of the season too.
Yeah, he picked it up. That should not be a flag against Western. I don't even know why it would be a flag against them.
You know what that's equivalent to in commentary world? That's equivalent to almost saying your old team's name that you're calling for, He just went to throw because he threw the flag and he's like, oh, I didn't mean to throw that. That's totally wrong.
They're going to say that it went out of bounds. And which is, I don't know about that. The ball was absolutely laughable. He touched it at the 20-yard line. He dropped it, kicked it out of bounds, and then it's a penalty against Western. Wow.
He almost forced it out of bounds because he was having trouble with the...
Well, 1st and 10, Salesian, Cobb, right side he goes, with a little bit of speed, gets taken out of bounds short of the 40-yard line. And there's still a whole lot of stuff going on over there.
I'm going to have to...
Number 90 over there is having his way with Western. He's a two-way guy, offense and defense.
I have to send my last clip there to a little white hat friend of mine.
Michael Halton, offense and defensive guy. He's a handful. Second down and 6. As Cobb takes his first carry to the right side. He's had some success over there on the right side. Blitz coming. Cobb outruns it, and he picks up another first down off the left side this time, off tackle.
It's very concerning, Kent, when when the defensive line is getting pushed 10 yards back. It's extremely concerning when a defensive end is making the tackle at 12 yards after getting pushed straight backwards. We're not fighting this with force. They are being the hammer right now. We are the nail.
Yeah, that's Ian Douglas is. I don't know. It seems to be that the offensive line of Salesian can have their way. 3-man front. Cobb right side this time. Makes one man miss. Running around a whole bunch. Still on his feet. Great balance by Cobb. Should have been taken down for a loss. Turns that loss into an 8-yard gain.
Yes, you have to get in the fucking rugby like I fucking said. Stop telling me shit. You gotta get in the fucking rugby.
A couple plays into the second half, and we got guys their head down and stuff. I don't know what's going on here. That D-line's got to get it together. We need these guys right now. They're a little frustrated.
Yeah, a couple of guys with their hands on their hips already, and they're just coming out of halftime. Second down and 3. Double tight end set, and since they've gone to that, Salesian will be able to run the ball effectively. Sly sets up quickly, out to the right side, complete, and that'll be enough for a first down as Nunley makes the tackle on the play. Grabbed in there by Oberoff. As Salesian, they got it on the move. They found something here, and they're exploiting the Pioneers on defense.
And the Pioneers on that side just playing very reactive. Zero push in the front defensive line.
First and 10 Salesian. They've got it at the Western 39-yard line. 10:38 to go here in the third quarter. It's 21-7 Pioneers. Cobb started right, then he cut it back up the middle, and he's able to find 5 yards. He's got the fresh legs out there. For as much as he's touching the ball, that's the quick guy out there.
Yeah, Cobb that time doing a little peekaboo. He jumped out of the hole, then jumped right back into it, went. And our defensive lineman, who was in said hole, left said hole. That's how he found that 5 yards. Always better to just stay in your lane, let your brother next to you stay in their lane, and tight clog that bad boy up, make a tackle.
Second down, and we'll call it a long 5. Again, double tight end set. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Sly. It was a good snap, but he turned away a little too quick. As Cobb had come out for a little bit of a breather. And Sly runs to the sideline to get the call. Third down and 10. Marty Sly checks back in. Michael Sherrills, he's a running back. Offset to the right of Sly on third down and 10. Blitz coming, it's Nunley, he's coming from the backside. Sherrill picked up the ball, he's able to outrace the sideline. Down he goes, first down, Salesian. Wow, Sherrill's outran the blitz coming from the weak side on a bad snap, and he turned nothing into a whole lot of something. They got all the way down to the Western 24-yard line. Seemed like the contain was completely lost on the right side of the defense.
Yeah, bad snap, you're bringing pressure from the left. Plays going right to left, bad snap, ball hits the ground. Running back's able to pick it up real quick, on the fly. I was pretty lucky by the running back to be able to do that, but there was absolutely nobody left there on the backside. Once again, the backside just got completely cleared out from the defensive line and the linebacker. Gone, nowhere to be found.
Cobb checks back in at tailback. He's offset to the left. He gets it, stutter steps left, comes back right, runs into a wall this time, not getting away from Ian Douglas. And there's a late flag coming in for just celebration. It's kind of dumb. I mean, my God, why'd you do that? You stop a guy, you celebrate like you just won the Super Bowl. Sorry, pal, you just did your job.
Well, that's John Hardy that came in there and made the stop, and then we've got other guys who weren't involved in the stop doing celebrations, which is, and surprise, surprise, that person's going to go have a chat with the ref, or with the coach, and maybe not. I don't know, but Ken, it's one of those things, man. You got to know.
Oh wow, they're gonna. Looks like they're. Yeah, no, I thought they're gonna march it off against Salesian. Now the official turns the other way, and this looked like it was clearly against Western. But we'll see. There he goes. After much conversation, they'll mark it off. Down to the 12-yard line. First down and 10. Salesian, they've got it.
What was it called?
It's unsportsmanlike conduct. No kidding, right? I mean, it's late, dead ball foul. Okay, first and 10, they've got it at the 12-yard line. 8:07 and counting here in the third quarter. Western up 21. There's another flag coming in. This time there's a false start on Salesian. Yeah, I know how, you like disciplined guys. So they'll move him back 5 yards here. First down and 15. It was a little slow to pick up the flag, but here we go. 1st and 15. Still double tight end set. Ever since they went to that, they've had a lot more success. Western showing blitz. Here they come. Sly sets up, throws, complete. Oh, coming back and making a nice grab on that one. Basically, getting back to close to the original line of scrimmage was Steven Overoff. He's a junior. Came back and made a nice grab. It's going to break up a 2nd down and 12.
That looked to be Deshaun Rufus getting through there, the sophomore. On the blitz, is able to get the pressure on the quarterback and force the throw.
That's one of those, if he gets there just a half a second sooner, the ball's up in the air and Nunley picks it off, he goes the other way. Cobb, left side he goes. Nobody on the left side as he cuts down and he's into the end zone, standing up, touchdown. And that left side of the Pioneer defense is almost like non-existent. There's nothing there.
You'd be better off just putting a trash can right there that doesn't move, because what's happening is we're blowing up our own lanes. It's getting cleared out. They're clearing out that side immediately. And if you look at the whole scheme of the running is based on that mesh. It's the quarterback meshing with the running back, holding it for an extra second, and that running back's taking an extra step back and getting the corner. And our guys, you gotta hold the corner. As a linebacker and a DN, you have to.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how many runs we've seen so far where that's just been gone. It's like collapse. They fell into a sinkhole handle. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Salesian takes the lead. They're up 24-21.
And it's not the energy that I wanted to see from Western. It's defense coming out in the 2nd half. I mean, we were just flat. Completely flat on defense.
Yeah.
It seemed like we had one half of the right side of the football playing, and then the left side of the football was having trouble playing football.
Yeah.
Having trouble wanting to engage. I don't know what we're feeling sorry about for ourselves on that side, but you're not the first guy to go up against a 280-pound guy, and that guy that's 280 pounds isn't as good as you believed him to be in your head. Like,
yeah.
You're just allowing him to get his hands on you and push you down the field. There's ways around that and through that. For small guys all over the whole United States, you got to figure it out. And when you're a bigger D lineman, sometimes you just got to anchor down. Like, our D line's not small either this year. You know?
No, they're big guys. It's not like
anchor down and just keep your feet, keep your ground.
Yeah,
don't let them run you out.
If you're 240 pounds of the defensive end, that's plenty big enough. In high school, anyway. Maybe in the NFL, not, but high school for sure.
Guys that are 215, 210 make that, secure that edge.
Ball's booted away deep and into the end zone. As a fresh leg certainly came out on Salesian. We'll see what Western can do here on offense.
But I hope, for that being said, that right here we have a chance. The coach is coaching that guy up, specifically because I think he just got down on himself. I think he got blown up that first play, ran 20 yards back, and almost got in a fight with the guy. And then after that, we just seen him get blown out again. But I didn't see that at all in the first half.
All right.
So I think it's just kind of re-get your composure and figure out a new game plan on that, because even if you just let the guy push you down to the ground, you take him down to the ground with you, that's better for me than just getting blown all the way out, because at least you're tripping somebody else up.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Thomas, play action fake, keeps it around the right side. He goes, and he takes a big hit as he crosses the 25-yard line down to the 28. Chance Thomas on the keeper.
Chance Thomas is able to use just enough speed there to make it a nice second down. Second manageable, a little bit 4 or 5 yards, and like you said, it's tough to see from where we're at, but it seemed like Chance had 2 or 3 tacklers on him when he finally went down.
2nd down and 4. Lindsey deep man, he gets it, makes a cut. He's got a first down. He's got more, trying to get to the outside. Cuts back at the 40-yard line, gets to the 45-yard line. That's his longest run as a Pioneer.
Lindsey with a beautiful run there. Just hitting the hole very fast, gets the ball, makes one cut and goes. Keeps his speed the whole way. You can tell Lindsey's got some of those qualities as a running back that not everybody's got.
Yeah, he had just a little bit of a crease there. Trips to the right side. Western on the ball. And then timeout taken right away by Salesian. They didn't want to see Western get going again. As Coach Atkins over there, experienced guy he is, he saw something he didn't like, banged the timeout, and says, okay, let's chat this one over.
And you see Lindsey on that play, had he been like just a hair or a step shorter or slower, that play would have been stopped. But he like hit every break he needed to in that run, just ahead of the defender. It was made it look like a very great play call, right? But it was a really good running back play.
Yeah.
Lindsey's got that way that he hits the hole that he's not hesitant. You know, he's very he has zero fear when he hits the hole. You can tell that he's going in there quick, and especially when he's got the vision and he sees a hole. You're going to see where he makes some long runs this year, especially with that kind of speed.
Yeah, he does, and he's got that great balance as he runs. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Skylar Lindsey take hold. Okay, trips out to the right side this time. 3-man front, and I think the center forgot the snap because you had about everybody moving but him. So they'll move back 5 yards. One of the things that Western had trouble with is like the scrimmages is they're always jumping offside. I haven't seen any of that tonight where they're jumping offside. I saw them line up offside once, but that's about it. Okay, we got 2 receivers on either side of the formation on 1st and 15. Thomas has time, sets up throws well over the head of Bunchy Young. Well, he just airmailed that, and Bunchy was open. And it looks like Thomas didn't quite get his feet set on that one.
Yeah, I agree.
2nd down and 15.
Didn't quite get his feet set or his body directed towards exactly where he was throwing. A little off-kick throw there.
2nd and 15. Thomas rolls out to his right. And boy, he runs right into Salesian. Boy, the defenders were all over him on that. It's almost like, okay, he's going to roll out right. Let's send the blitz to the left side on the defensive left. And wow, Chance Thomas ran right into where the blitz was coming from, where the rush was coming from.
It just brings up 3rd and a mile.
That's like one of those checkers and chess thing. That was a coaching move on the far side. 3rd down and almost 20. Ball's back on the Western 37-yard line. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Thomas straight back. He's got time. Throws complete out to the left side. Going to be short of the 1st down. Bunchy Young has it just short of midfield. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and we'll call it 7 there. Timeout. I'm sure we'll call it timeout. I think we got another cramp down there. Yep, they got another cramping Mustang on the ground. Well, one thing's happened for sure. Western's leading on the cramp scoreboard, 3-zip. Well, Justin, you see a lot of different things going on, but the things I look for is when you get a chance to play against a really great coach like Coach Atkins over there, you see the types of stuff he's doing. He's got he doesn't have the more talented team. They're usually undersized, but he's got good size over there for them, and he's getting a lot out of his guys.
Yeah, and he's keeping the game in perspective for them. I think that's one of the biggest lessons you can teach in the game is he's using those limited timeouts that he has to control the situations that he knows need controlling, right?
And you see he was walking off the field really gingerly, and that's Jordan Sly. Their lockdown corner. So on 4th down and 6, we'll see if Coach Davison goes after his replacement in there. That's Nazir Cooks. Thomas back to pass. Blitz coming. He's in trouble. Hit from the backside. Down he goes. First guy missing. The back guy got him. And Salesian's going to take over on downs. And who provided the first bit of pressure over there? Michael Haltom.
And I don't know we've got a running back that's staying inside the block that didn't pick anybody up there, and we've got 2 guys blitzing. So if you make a decision and pick one of those 2 guys up, then chance maybe to beat the other guy. But they're going. It's one of those plays. You're 5 on 5 or 6 on 6. It's heads up. You know, like you gotta block your guy. And Chance just did not have the opportunity. It was like the second bunch he got loose on the back end there, Chance was getting sacked. So.
Well, Salesian takes over on downs. They're in Western territory at the 42-yard line. 5:24 to go. Here in the third quarter, it's 24-21 Salesian.
And to your credit, Kent, Salesian's just making it a muck in the middle there. That's what they're doing very well tonight on defense.
Cobb off to the left. Slice straight back. Pump fake. He's got time, rolls out to his right, sets up throws, airmails it well over the head of the intended receiver there, and hits one of the photographers right where he doesn't want to get hit. Not sure if the camera caught that, but that's one of those, oh, no. Second down and 10. I'm surprised that that Salesian would throw the ball there. They've had so much success running it.
Trying to just catch Western a little bit off guard or something. They've been pretty consistent running on early downs though.
Well, look for Cobb to get it here on second down and 10. Western with a 3-man front. There's nobody on the right side again. Cobb gets to the right side, around the corner he goes. He's got a first down and more. Flag comes into the play. But you know, it looked to me like we weren't even set up like there was anybody over there, right?
We had nobody over there.
Maybe that's what's been going on. This time I'm looking like, hey.
The A or the B gap, and then another guy in the opposite A gap, and then another guy in the C gap. We got 3 guys on the line, and we've got a linebacker playing off. I'm not sure this makes a whole lot of sense how they're playing that.
I'd agree. I mean, especially when you keep getting beat over there.
And you're just basically letting 1 or 2 offensive linemen are just getting a free release to go straight to the linebacker who's supposed to force that play.
So there was a hold well downfield. So what's going to happen is they'll repeat second down, but they're going to move it. The ball will be at the Western 36-yard line, second down and 5. As there was, when the ball is on the near side of the field here, there's this I guess you'd call it the field side is just wide open. There's nobody there, and Cobb's got the speed to get outside. Dylan Edwards looks like he's in at tailback. Giving Cobb a breather. Motion man comes, fly sweep around the left side, and this time a whole lot of Westerns in blue jerseys there waiting for him. As Ian Douglas came in and made sure that play didn't get outside him, and they'll stop him for a loss in the play. As coming around was Don Rodriguez, and that's going to bring up a third down and 5 right there.
Difference there as far as the speed of those 2 running backs. And couldn't get that play to develop on the little toss there.
Nah.
It just wasn't nearly as quick as Cobb's.
Well, Cobb's checked back into the ball game on a big third down here. Third down and 5, 4:06 to go, and counting here in the third. Western trailing 24-21. 2 receivers to the right side. Cobb gets it up the middle. He goes, slides through, makes a first down. Right up the gut he goes. He gets it to the 30-yard line. First down, Salesian. One of the strengths I saw from Western again in the scrimmages I saw was the front 7. They just look really stout. Yeah, not tonight.
It's interesting because there was a few plays there where they backed 99 up almost to the linebacker position, and then he's back down on the line, so not quite sure.
First and 10. Spread formation this time. Cobb gets it left side. He goes. He's found a lot of success over the breaks a tackle and gets out to the 26-yard line. I'm not going to mark it at the 27 as he came back. But again, he's one of those guys you can't arm tackle, and you got to, what do they call it? Run your feet. Got to run your feet, right?
As he comes out for a breather, that's Ian Douglas. He's been having a little bit of trouble in the second half, but that play specifically did a good job of forcing the edge. He was that edge guy. Forced that down. he held his line. Good job there from Nguyen. A little high five from his coach.
2nd down and 6. Ball's at the Western 26-yard line. This third quarter is moving quickly. Blitz coming. Pass out to the right side, complete. And Nunley in on the stop. Actually, they're holding them up. Nunley and others in on the stop. That looked like that was Sean Rufus in on the stop as well. As we're now at 3rd down and 4 at the 24-yard line.
This is huge for the Western's defense. They need to stop here. They looks very close or right within field goal range.
Well, yeah, I mean, for sure. Absolutely in field goal range. 3rd down and 4. Motion man goes. That's Cobb. Empty backfield. Sets up, throws complete out to Cobb. He's got it, stumbles a little bit, and he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. Decision time now for Atkins. Coach Atkins got to make a call. What do I do here?
That time they were
Take
trying
the 3?
Looked to me like they were trying to set up that double throw, another trick play right there. If you look at how long it took him to throw that swing ball out to that guy and how long it took him to decide to run that, I think SALESIAN was trying to get Western to bite there and then pop it over top of him. Western did a good job staying.
Well, Cobb checks out. And 4th down, and SALESIAN's keeping the offense on the field.
Gotta watch football here.
Absolutely. Gotta watch it. They're gonna try to get Western to jump offside, and that didn't happen. 4th down and 2. See if SALESIAN runs the play. They do. Inside handoff, he goes. It's gonna be close. I think he stopped.
He stopped.
Let's check the mark. And they stop. Western comes up with a big stop on 4th down, and they'll take over on downs.
That was a big stop the defense needed right there, Ken. That was a bend, don't break kind of series there for a defense, and they were able to not break. They got the stop there on 4th down, as both of these teams have been using all 4th downs, all 4 downs to their ability, and Western's defense is able to make the stop there. To maintain this into, one-score game in general, because had SALESIAN right there converted, you're looking at a 10-point game for Western possibly coming up, A big swing from what we had there in the first half.
You got that right. Well, Chance Thomas brings the team out. 2 backs in the backfield with him. Time out on the field. Let's see what this flag's about. Looks like it's against SALESIAN. As there's only 52 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. 24-21. SALESIAN. I can't hear you. Yes. First down and 5. Handoff out to the left side. There comes Lindsey trying to get to the corner, and he does. He's got enough for the 1st down there. Skylar Lindsey outran the defender. Jordan Slice came back into the ball game, able to get the edge. 1st down, Pioneers.
Jordan Slide, Curtis Washington, both trying to come up to make the tackle on Lindsey. Skylar Lindsey doing a bit of a hand fight there with the defensive back and keeping the space he needed to be able to pick up the 1st down before being forced out of bounds.
Deep man in the eye, 2 backs in the backfield with him. Lindsey again, he's got a little bit of a crease. He runs with some speed and some power. Lindsey with some strong legs, rips off 9 yards on 1st down.
You gotta love that from Lindsey. Lindsey almost ran over his fullback on that play. That was number 10, John Hardy. Getting up there and blocking for his running back. He had a whole head of steam.
Hardy's a deep man in the eye on 2nd down and 1. 5 seconds to go. Chance back to pass. Rolls out to his right. He had time. Sets up looking for it all. Looking for Inskeep. Couldn't come back for it as Inskeep was wide open. But Thomas didn't see him down the field. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score at the end of 3. SALESIAN 24 and Western 21.
Western facing their first time they've been down to end the quarter this year so far. An opportunity here in the 4th quarter to go ahead and end this.
See some gut check time.
Right now in the second half, it's Salesian 7, Western 0. You know, you got to win that second half.
We, you know, on that particular play, you had Inskeep. He was wide open. I mean, no, he was, wide open, and the ball was underthrown, and he couldn't quite get back there to go get it.
I don't know if I think Chance does have the actual power to throw that football and get it out there. I think that he might have been between the decision of the two going to there, because it seemed like that ball either didn't come off right or it just didn't have much on it.
Well, it is really humid tonight, so maybe the humidity caused the ball to not travel as far.
That's possible. I'm not a wood man.
No, you're not a physicist either. We know no, right. The pressure of the humidity caused the ball not to travel as well.
I was better in physics than I was in weather. Biology and geology and ecology and anything else ology there is. Well, math and physics are much better, but I still don't understand the physics of humidity.
Okay, well, they've switched into the field now. The West will be going from left to right in this final stanza here at Handle Stadium. 3rd down and 1. They have it from their own 42-yard line right in front of us here. Lansing is the sole setback. And you know, as we've been saying, the different formations have worked out. When there's a single back, Salesian's gotten an awful lot of pressure on Chance.
They would have a tougher time getting it to the line and getting that good, the good runway that he needs to break on.
3rd down and 1. Motion man is Inskeep. He goes from right to left. Handoff Lindsay. He's got a first down. Crosses the 45-yard line, still on his feet, and gets pushed. He's still standing up. They couldn't get him down, but Skylar Lindsay picks up a big first down here to start the 4th quarter.
Great job by Skylar Lindsay. That time, without any lead blockers in front of him, he's able to use his speed into his spot on the line, make one cut in and go. He's very good at putting that foot in the ground and getting vertical.
1st and 10. Trick receivers out to the right side. Taylor in the backfield sets up throws. Bunchy's got it. Complete out to the right side. Makes a man miss. Crosses midfield. Inside. Oh, wow. He gets pushed out of bounds. Well past the wide over there. I mean, that draws a flag in most places, but not here. As Bunchy Young gets it out to the 38-yard line. 1st down Western.
Gorgeous throw there by Chance, getting it out there at a really weird arm angle. He had some pressure coming his way, and he got it out there last second to Bunchy Young in a place where Bunchy could make moves with it going forward.
Justin, keep your eye on number 90 here, the left defensive end for Salesian. Back to passes Thomas. He's got time. Sets up throws, looking for Osei, in and out of his hands, right through him. Nice play on defense out there, but looking for Osei, and he had a step and goes incomplete.
Not quite sure what happened there.
It's almost like he lost it, or just got deflected slightly, one of the two. But nice defensive play, nice coverage out there by Salesian. Michael Sherrill's in coverage, did a nice job on the taller Osei. 2nd down and 10. Inskeep in motion from right to left. Lindsay gets it left side. He goes. He's got the corner. He's got close to the 40-yard line. Inside the 30-yard line. Down to the 25-yard line goes Skylar Lindsay. 1st down Western.
Good blocking there by the offensive line. Good blocking by the lead blocker there, Noah Inskeep. And then a great job after first contact of picking up an extra 5 yards. Skylar Lindsay just forcing that pile forward and showing everybody that he loves being around that, every part of it.
1st and 10 Western. They've got it at the 26-yard line of Salesian. Thomas back to pass. He's getting trouble. He steps up the pocket, takes off running. Left side he goes. He's got a 1st down and gets pushed out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 1st down Western. That's the longest run of the night for Chance Thomas. He's coming up limp. He's hobbling over there on the left side, and that's not what you want to see if you're Western.
Definitely not.
I can't even tell you who the backup quarterback is. There's a freshman, Javier Montes, the only other quarterback on the roster.
No.
1st and 10 Western. Thomas back to pass, looks left, sets up throws, and tried to go back shoulder on that one. It goes incomplete. And somebody else is coming up limp over there.
Bunchy?
I think no.
That was the Aiden Payne.
That's Aiden Payne. He's running that one off. 2nd down and 10. Yeah, Bunchy's on the right side. Trips out to the right. Bunchy is split out wide right. Ball's on the left hash mark. 2nd and 10. Jacob Taylor in the backfield. And there's a timeout here just before the snap. As Coach Davidson gets that one off. So with 10:25 to go here in the 4th quarter, Salesian 24, Western 21, but Western's on the move.
That time Western was trying to set up another wide receiver screen there with a bunch of young. And Coach Davidson, he felt like either they were in a good defense or he might have had a better call for that one.
Yeah, he was pretty animated about his timeout there. It didn't look like it was like, oh yeah, okay, we'll just call it timeout. He looked like, timeout, darn it, you know?
He has a little bit different of a rhythm. Even years and years and years after being a football coach, he's still a bit of a basketball guy at heart. He's got a little bit of a different rhythm to how he calls his timeouts.
Tell me about that.
I can't really exactly break it down for you, but Coach Dan Davidson was a uberly competitive guy on the basketball court, and you would never know it if you look at him. He's all 5'6" or 7, but an absolute baller in his younger age, even when he was probably 35 and I was 15, right? But yeah, no doubt Coach Davidson brings a lot of fast pace to football, and that comes from that basketball background. You see him in the timeout sometimes too.
2nd down and 10. Lindsay offset to the right, back to pass Thomas. Now he takes off, run to the left side. And he'll get knocked out of bounds hard. Takes a big hit, pick up a short gain off to the left side. Well, that was a big hit. You don't want to see your quarterback taking hits. I mean, just not when you don't have any behind him. Third down and 8.
And just like I said, another time they're rolling out and running to the short side of the field. Gives those guys an extra chance at a big shot along the sideline.
Well, look for Noah Inskeep on this one. He's in the slot, handoff. That's Lindsay, right side he goes, driving for the end zone. He's going to be stopped short of the 1st down, I believe. He's going to be close. This is a raise their hand like it's 4th down. So it's going to be 4th down and maybe a foot.
Sorry, I think it's my fault.
4th down and a foot. Western quickly on the ball.
I'm sorry to confuse you.
Thomas trying to get him to jump. They're not jumping, and there's a timeout taken by Salesian. It's funny, you had Coach Davison trying to get him to jump offside, then you got Coach Atkins on the other side running in there and calling a timeout. So again, you got some serious chess move going on right now with both of these coaches.
I agree.
And this is what you want to see. Yeah, that's the kind of ball game you want. It's exciting. It's 24-20. They've got a close ball game. This is why you get up and call these games, right, Justin?
100%. That's what makes coaches coaches too, man. They're so zoned in on every possible second of the game. I mean, that's our primary job here. We don't have to say one bit of advice to a kid. We're trying to zone in on the game and call the game for you. Coaches are even more zoned in, where, it's a battle back and forth. See what guy doing, you make your call back. You gotta love them.
Well, you know, it's funny, Justin.
Chess game.
You have the people in the stands or people listening in and going, oh, if I were this, I would do. If I were the coach, I would do this or that. Like, you haven't seen one clip of film, and these coaches are watching film like you would not believe. I mean, hours and hours and hours of watching games of other, how they played before. Any tell that they could possibly get, they're looking for those advantages. So here we go. 4th down and a foot. Western brings out some beef. And Ian Douglas out there. Direct snap to Skylar Lindsay. He's at the right side. He's going in. Touchdown! Western! Skylar Lindsay!
Skylar Lindsay with the design running back, direct snap to running back, and runs it in off to the right. Lindsay showing his speed, putting that football up into the end. A new style of running back here at Western. And I love seeing Malachi Alatorre last Western, he was just an absolute bowling ball. But Skylar Lindsey's a little bit more of a lightning rod.
Yeah, he
just shoots.
He's got some thoroughbred to him, that's for sure, because that play didn't look like it was going for much, and he used some speed to get to the outside and take it in.
I agree.
Big extra point here by Rafael Rodriguez. Snap's been kind of an adventure so far. Good snap, kick is up, and this one is good. So with 9:43 to go here in the fourth quarter, Western back on top, 28-24.
You know what you gotta love about Chance as well is he's a humble dude, man. Look at him. Who's out there holding the snap for the extra point?
Chance,
the number one quarterback. Many teams, that's not the case. I mean, it wouldn't even be in conversation to have anything like that, right? But Chance goes out there, you almost don't even notice that it's him because he just seamlessly meshes from a quarterback right into the holder, takes care of it. I had an amazing quarterback on my team who was also a holder. I think he could have played at the next level as a holder as well.
Who's that? Oh yeah, Matt Canoes.
He's a great quarterback running too, you know, but
I remember Matt.
He definitely did the double time duty as well, just like Chance. He went down there and held that ball too.
Absolutely, running around down here at Handle Stadium. Just a few years ago. Just a few minutes ago, right?
Just continued running all the way to Oklahoma.
Okay, now look at the way they're setting up here. They meaning Salesian. You've got 5 across the right at the 50-yard line, and then you've got 2 at the 40, 2 at the 26, and then 2 at the 20. They're basically saying, okay, Rafael, let's see if you kick it over our heads. Because if you kick it short, they're ready for it. Approach it, kicks it away, try to get it deep, and it's taken at the 20-yard line, stumble there again, and down he goes, right at the 23. Well, if the ball had gone out of bounds, it would have been 15 yards against Western.
That was a good job, namely a huge assist to the band with the.
I know.
Did you hear that? It was like they did the fumbling sound before he.
Yeah, actually, they should be playing during the kickoff. That's kind of a bust, but Salesian coaches really should be having something to say about that. Oh no, it looks like they're going to mark off a penalty. There's a personal foul against West. Oh my gosh, on that? Wow.
For what?
So Coach Davis is saying, "What, are you kidding me? The ball's on the ground. Who did they hit?
It's a live ball, my man. You touch the ball then went to the ground. It's a live ball. Everybody's.
Wow. Okay, well. I think I jinxed this by saying, oh, yeah, it was going to be a penalty against Western. Oh,
what was the over-under on 2 penalties on
First and 10 at the 37-yard line. Cobb gets it. Up the middle he goes. And short game this time as the Western defense on the right side short up. And they'll stop him after a 2-yard gain. That's a victory there for the Pioneers on Cobb so far tonight.
Very much so. The Pioneers that time holding the defensive line there on the left side and the right side stayed in one line. And as Cobb takes the handoff, tries to find his space, there was nothing there for him.
Cobb got a little dinged up on the play, and he checks out. It looks like Sherrill's in the backfield with him, with Payne. Second down, handoff, Sherrill's stop, then he cuts back. Oh, he takes a big hit in there. Boy, somebody laid the hat. That was Jonathan Hardy. Laid a big hit on the running back. That's one of those slobber knocker hits.
It's like Jacob Taylor got in there first to really create that need to cut from the running back, and then he cut right into a brick wall of a hit. And you're right, John Hardy. Is that who was there? Yep, John Hardy making that hit. That's a nice, hard football hit. I want to see that one again on film.
Third down and 8. 8:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. Western 28, Salesian 24. Single back this time. Payne hands off straight up the middle, stutter step. And still on his feet, still driving, pushing the pile enough for a first down. They had him stopped short, and Salesian wanted it a little bit more, and they got the first down across midfield. Wow.
Somebody's got to go finish that tackle, dude. Got to want it more.
First down, Salesian. That's one of those gut check first downs. As you know, when you go back and look at this on film, you're not going to be happy if you're a defensive guy. You're going to say, "Wow, they just wanted it more than you," and they did. First and 10, Mustangs. They've got it at the Western 49-yard line. Clock is winding with 7:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Cobb checks back into the ball game. He gets it, hand off, and he'll get stuffed. I think that's the first time tonight that Cobb lost yards on a carry.
It looked like on account of a sloppy exchange there between the quarterback and the running back.
Well, I think you had a lot of penetration this time coming in. Ian Douglas, I saw the big number 99 in the backfield, and that may have caused young Marty Sly to reconsider what he was going to do. Second down and 12 as they move the ball down to the opposite side of the 49 on the other side of the field. That's Salesian. Abe Boone comes in for Ian Douglas. Slide back to pass, sets up throws, complete right side. Right in front of Ernest Nunley. He's going to be short of the first down, I believe, right at the Western 40-yard line. Third down and 1.
Salesian taking a play on Western's book and running the route right to the sticks. Pretty crisp there. Just coming up about a yard short.
They're down and 1. Clock is stopped at 6:47. Double tight end set, 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Cobb takes a handoff up the middle. He goes. He's got the first down. You haven't seen a whole lot of fumbles tonight from either team. They've taken really good care of the football. No turnovers really, except for that pick six at the beginning. But beyond that, both teams have done a nice job of hanging on to the ball. You don't see a whole lot of silly penalties. You've seen some, but nothing that's really that out of line for a high school football game.
So far, we've seen the ball in the carpet a couple times due to either just bad snaps from the center or bad exchanges, but
First and 10, blitz coming, gets picked up, Sly's got time, sets up, throws, and incomplete. And there's a flag, 2 flags on the play.
time on that.
Yeah,
you need to do that.
Yeah. Elijah Washington in coverage on Sly, and Sly looked like he was probably going to get a step on him.
Yeah, but Elijah reached up to the shoulder pads and gave him a full-on pull, and it was glaringly obvious.
He should have tripped him, put the arm up like you're going to judge him.
How you play that is
like that.
You play you're not grabbing, you're pushing down so that you can't get the other arm up to make the catch.
There you go.
You can get away with a little bit, you just can't get away with the full. The full pull is going to get you every time. It's way harder when you're down there, though. That ball goes up in the air, and you really, sometimes you can't judge it until it's real close,
Yeah, and you're in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah. Easier said than done.
Yeah, it's like last thing you want is, they beat me.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Ollie? Okay. It sure takes him a long time to call pass interference. I mean, we had the call like a minute ago.
It's forever.
God.
I'm pretty sure we had a flag come out 1 second after kickoff completed. I'm still trying to figure out right now exactly what that flag means and what it was for.
All right, first down and 20 now at the Western 20. First down and 10 at the Western 20. Under center this time. Sly gives it to Cobb. He's got a big hole up the middle. He goes inside the 5-yard line. Goes Cobb. First time tonight that Salesian goes up under center, and Cobb takes off like a rocket, picking up 17 yards.
Stand down, kick. Cobb's stand down.
Well, Cobb's been a little banged up, and this time, yeah, he looks like he's going to stay down a while. And he's been hurt a couple times. I've watched him go. Yeah. That's 4-0 on the Cramps, but they're about to take a lead on the scoreboard here. It's funny. We just casually say up here, "Oh, it's just a cramp." So, Justin, what kind of a pain? Phil's listening in. What is the pain of a cramp? I mean, what does it feel like? How would you describe it?
stop you from doing anything in that immediate moment. Cramp will shut your whole life down for that.
Your life ends, right? You're just.
Did you see the way he was like?
Yeah, I did. I mean,
he was feeling like his life was ended. Sometimes you know, a unique cramp, like one that's like a half a cramp in the calf and a full cramp in that back hamstring area. That's the worst one. The calf and the hamstring are both very bad, but when you get 2 cramps at once, I think that's what makes you squirm.
You're doing the spaz like you're having, you know, like you're having a seizure down there.
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing. It looked like, whoa. But you know, when you see a player down on the ground and you see the trainer come out and stretch out his leg, that's called Cramposaurus deluxe.
Well, and that's, you know, the second or third time he's cramped tonight, and as a coach, you've got to start paying attention to that too. Is like, am I going to keep giving this guy the ball, you know, and expect him to continue to produce the way he's produced when he's cramping this way? Like, that was a pretty gnarly cramp. I mean, he's still down. Clearly, it didn't feel good. Can you expect him to run as hard as he just ran that last play again later on in this game, right? After being the second or third cramp. So after one cramp, I'm not questioning it. Someone's going to stretch out and get back out there. After 2 or 3 cramps, I'm like, you really didn't take care of your health this week, probably, likely.
Yeah.
You didn't take care of your hydration. Not enough salt, not enough, and I'm not sure that it's.
So when does it feel like okay again? How long after you get that massive cramp? I'm assuming you've had 1 or 2.
Oh, it can feel okay real quickly, but it can feel completely okay real quickly, but it does affect your top end speed.
Sly under center, hands off up the middle, pushing the pile forward, and he's in. Touchdown.
It's tough, you know, and just another play where we got a defensive lineman 10 yards into the end zone, and the run went right there.
He went right up the gut. That's
right up the gut, and the defensive lineman is 10 yards in the end zone. I just don't know what happened. He's holding his wrist. Your wrist can't hurt as a defensive lineman. You just tape it up and make it straight. It doesn't bend. Make it into a lump, you know, put a cast on, whatever you gotta do. But you can't be 10 yards in the end zone, getting pushed back there and expect to stop anybody. That's tough, man. We've got to play better as a unit there.
Pacheco on to try the extra point. He's been perfect on the night. It's up and in.
And this guy, Ken, I gotta say, I haven't done my research enough to tell you that this guy on the offensive line that's been playing both ways, I believe it was at 90, right?
Yeah.
It's 90 that's been the road clear, so to say. Up to this point, I can't tell you that, you know, this guy's not an all-world guy, and that it's just that's how the night's going to be. But you know, maybe he is. But you know, this is where you get creative with your next defensive lineman. Like, how are we going to really mess this all up right out? And with your coach, you know, what other angles can I take? What other calls can you make so that I can get in another hole? Because we had stopped that getting blown off the side there, and then it just happened again on a middle run. So I don't have a whole lot of confidence when we're getting pushed back like that. When we hold our line of scrimmage, we're doing awesome. We're a tremendous team when we're holding line of scrimmage. But when we lose that battle, it seems like they're able to pick up a pretty solid 11 to 15 yard runs consistently.
Yeah, the battle in the trenches. You know, you got to think. It's pretty close. You got to tip it to the guys with the powder blue helmets tonight. Well, they've taken the lead, 31-28, with 5:54 to go here in the fourth quarter. And he's been, I'll tell you what, this kicking game's been, it's the difference in the ball game tonight. 3-point game, boomed away, high kick, it's returnable. Bunchy's got it. He's got it at the 5. He's up the middle. Stutter step, try to get to the outside, and it's covered very well by Salesian. He'll get to the 15, and that's about it.
You hear that there, guys? They're home. That's our own band doing the sound while we're trying to return a kick. So it's fair on each side.
Well, I'll tell you what, one of the big differences in tonight's ballgame has been Aiden Pacheco. He's the kicker. Usually the kickers aren't big difference makers, but he has been. He hit that big 47-yarder at the end of the first half. That is the difference in tonight's ballgame. He's been perfect on his PATs, and he's not really given Western an opportunity to return many kicks. So again, when you see something special by a special teamer, I guess you got to point it out. I know you're a big fan of kickers.
Fan of special teams.
There you go, special teams, yeah.
Not kickers as a whole, special teams as a whole.
Okay, let's see what Western can answer that drive. By Salesian. Lindsay's got it. Short gain, he'll pick up 4 yards before getting driven back. Who's in on the play? Big number 90 again for Salesian. Lindsay picks up 4 yards. He's everywhere. Got the dirty jersey going. You know, when you play on grass, you know, you got, it's like a real football game, you know, you got grass stains.
Oh, tonight he's being the Mason Graham of his team. He's definitely doing a great job over there for Salesian.
Second down and 7. Thomas rolling out to his left. Now he cuts back, goes the other way. Directing traffic and throws it well out of bounds. Then takes another big hit as he threw the ball. Third down and 7.
And that's why Chance Thomas is having so much trouble with that defensive line, is because they're maintaining their lines. As our offensive line moves and we roll out, they're not shooting up any gaps. They're just maintaining their gap. They're moving with the gap. And then when Chance decides to take 1 foot forward or step up in the pocket or try to run, they're already there waiting for you just to catch it. You know? It's a very disciplined style of football.
Third down and 7. Tight formation for the Pioneers. Thomas, he's in trouble, sets up, hit as he throws, complete. First down, that's Skylar Lindsay. He goes all the way down to the 33-yard line. First down, Western, and Thomas took a big lick back there right as he threw the ball. And who hit him? Big number 90.
Thomas took a lick from 2 of them, actually, but 90 got the biggest piece of him. Looks like 90's calling himself out right now, calling for some water.
Michael Halton. I don't blame him. The guy plays both sides.
Chance Thomas really took that hit to the chin and delivered that football, though. That's what you like to see.
Big time play by Thomas. Lindsay gets it left side, he goes. And he gets a couple as he crosses the 35-yard line to the 36. Clock's winding, 4:34 and counting here in the fourth quarter. And that's number 90 on his back.
You see him just calling for it.
Yeah, say, okay, you don't want to come, you want to take me out? Well, I'm just going to lay down here and do my cramp thing.
We've got Love Lindsay's vision. That time cutting it back, I think, when he still had that whole side wide open.
Yeah.
It was maybe the one time he didn't make the right call there on vision.
Especially when you got number 90 out there begging to come out. You challenge him because he's playing right defensive end.
Yep.
You make that guy try to make a play and then just beat him outside. He got a long ways to run. Easy for me to say up here. But also makes it to the sideline. They wind the clock. 4:26 to go. Second down and 8. Ball's at the Western 36-yard line. Lindsay in the ball game in the backfield along with Taylor. And there's a timeout here. Coach Davidson didn't like what he saw, and he's going to take a timeout. So, 4:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. Western trailing 31-28. What a way to start this year off, huh, Dan? Huh, Dan? Huh, Justin? Talk to Dan all the time and like, yeah, I'm just calling Dan.
Oh, he also used to sit up with him up here and call my games when I was playing.
That's true.
You know, sometimes
it's okay.
Sometimes you want to be 15 years younger.
Yeah, gosh, I always want to be 15.
All that wisdom, man. All that wisdom. You still want to be younger?
Yeah, actually, when I get older, I realize how dumb I was. The older I get, the dumber I feel. Okay, well, we got second down and 8 as quick chat there by Coach Davidson. 2 backs in the backfield, Jacob Taylor back there offering from protection. And the official takes a dive. Play action fake. Thomas got time, sets up, throws, looking for the wheel. Nothing there for Skylar Lindsay.
Oh, there's no signal in ice.
Second down and 8, third down and 8. Yeah, Lindsay looked like he had a little bit of a step, and that ball just sailed on him.
I don't think he located that football. I don't think he knew it was coming his way at all. Chance put that in a catchable position. It would have been a very tough catch to make that happen and get those feet in, but
third down and 8. Third down and 8. Thomas straight back. He's got time. Steps up in the pocket. Throws. Strike complete. Punchy's got it. Right at midfield. First down. Western. Punchy Young.
Mr. Reliable. Bunchy Young coming through for his best friend, Chance Thomas. close. These guys are inseparable. And that's why you got a guy like that. It's your best friend,
Yeah.
That you play wide receiver and quarterback with, because he knows. You talk about this. Probably 5 times a week they talk about this outside of football.
Now,
What are you doing on 3rd down?
Bunchy's lining up offsides. He's got to get back in. He's offsides. Get back, Bunch. Official's telling you you're offside. First down. Thomas back to pass. Looking for Bunchy again. Down the right side he goes. Incomplete. A lot of hand fighting down there, but clean play and good defense down there by Payne. Good on good again down the sideline. Goes incomplete. Clock stop, 3:25 to go. Western, 50 yards to go to retake the lead. Well, I sure hope you folks listening in and watching here at home are enjoying this ball game. It's one heck of a game to start this season. Trips out to the left side this time. Lindsey up the middle, he goes. Stutter steps, driving for the first down. He's going to be close, but just short. Nice run there by Skylar Lindsey. 3rd down and 1. Western right on the ball again. They're not going to allow Salesian to make many changes as they're right on the ball.
Western gets the same personnel out there to make sure they can't make any changes. It's right back on.
Lindsey gets it, and there's a flag on the play. I wonder what happened here. Is there a timeout? That was a false start. Oh, what a time for a false start. Oh, my. Take a 3rd and 1, take it to a 3rd and 6, and that into the field. Wow.
That's a first game hiccups right there.
Oh, I can't have that. Not when a ball game matters. 2:54 to go. Now it makes a 3rd and 6 back at the 46 of Salesian. 2 receivers on either side. They wind the clock. Thomas back to pass. Sets up throws. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver there. Oh, my. Jose wants that one back. He was right at the sticks for a first down and went right through his hands. 4th down. And Western has no timeouts left, so this could be the ball game. They don't make it. 4th down and 6. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Chance trying to get him to jump. They're not. And they can't call a timeout. Watch the back judge here. See if he raises his hand. Here we go. Finally gets the signal in. And wait, I don't see any timeouts up there. It says there's 0 timeouts available on the scoreboard. Maybe one got missed, but maybe that was the final timeout. Okay. The scoreboard operator kind of goofed that one up, but okay. Looks like Salesian's got 1 timeout left. Western's got 0. Well, this is now Western has no timeouts. This will be the ball game if they don't make it. So Justin, you're the coach, you're the offensive coordinator. What are you calling here? Backs in the backfield. Now they shift out of it.
A tremendous time for a running back swing, too.
Yeah, it would. Thomas back to pass. Sets up, throws, screen out to Lindsey. He's got it! First down and more! He's at the 30, he's at the 25, knocked out of bounds there. Good call by you, Justin Connolly, as that's a first down Western. That was a good call by you.
Good job. Great job there by Lindsey. That ended up being the running back swing, right? There, happening rather than the screen. I don't think he would have the time to develop the screen. Lindsey made the one guy he had to miss to keep this game going miss, and that was a phenomenal play.
First down Western at the Salesian 27. Motion man comes. Hand off Lindsey. Left side he goes. He makes it through again. Down near the 16-yard line, Skylar Lindsay.
That's a bad man right there.
1st and 10 Western down to the Salesian 16-yard line.
This is Lindsay trying to break Salesian. Western trying to...
Now you want to score and not leave any time on the clock.
You want to run this clock down as much as you can.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. 2 receivers on either side. Motion man comes from left to right. Thomas rolls out to his right. Can't take a sack here. Throws it away. Fortunately, it was not a intentional grounding. It wasn't. Somebody's hurt. Thomas able to get up. And there's another Salesian guy down. Boy, Salesian, they are just getting beat up as far as their conditioning goes. Yeah, this is one where in the weight room the coach is going to say, you know, we had a lot of guys laying down on the ground. 2nd and 10, minute 59 to go here in the 4th. Thomas hands off Lindsay. Left side he goes. He has a crease. Driving close. He's down near the 5-yard line. Skylar Lindsay put the team on his back all the way down. 1st and goal, Western.
I tell you after halftime, look for that guy late in the 4th quarter. Because he's just he's got a lot of energy, Skylar Lindsay. He's running real fast. And when you get worn down as a defense and that guy's still doing his thing.
Well, Chance Thomas comes out. They're bringing in the beef. And what that means is Skylar Lindsay's going to line up and take a direct snap, a la Ronnie Brown, famous Miami Dolphin.
If you look at who's in the backfield there, we got some D linemen back there, including Ian Douglas.
Ian Douglas up the middle goes Lindsay. He's hit right as he got to the 5-yard line and driven back. He'll pick up 1 on the play. But the clock continues to wind. We're at 1:23 to go. Salesian, 1 timeout left. When do they use it? Gut check time for the Pioneers.
That's why Coach Davison's holding this up right now, trying to make the other coach force me to come out.
Lindsay, right side he goes. Now he cuts it back left and down he goes. He'll lose 5 on the play. And Chance Thomas goes in. Lindsay's slow to get up.
And I don't see anybody else doing anything. Lindsay's taking the ball and running almost like a self-counter, and I don't see any of the linemen or other running backs releasing.
Well, the clock's winding. We're at 40 seconds to go. 3rd down and 10, or 3rd and goal for the Pioneers. Taylor's a setback now. Salesian takes their final timeout with 33 seconds to go. Wow, what a ball game here at Handel Stadium.
Chance is about to hike the ball and get them with too many men on the field. So he's forced to call that timeout. So this game's going to come down to 2, maybe 3 plays, you know?
Yeah, or perhaps send it into overtime on the leg of sophomore Rafael Rodriguez.
True.
We'll see.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like that.
What's that?
Like a kick to tie the game, to take it to overtime.
Yeah, I mean, at high school?
Yeah,
no, at Western?
Yeah.
When was the last time Western even kicked the ball? They don't kick the ball.
Yeah.
Davison always goes for 2. Hey, got coach right behind us. Listen.
It's going to be interesting here how aggressive Western is on this specific 3rd down call.
3rd and 10. Thomas was a little bit hobbled. Now he's able to walk off a little. He's able to run a little bit. Lindsay's not in the. I don't see Lindsay in the ball game. So Taylor's back in the backfield with Chance Thomas. That tells me they're going on the arm. Thomas back to pass. Sets up. He actually didn't get the throw off. Big sack right there.
Western needs to get reset.
They can't spike it. They got to either run the play on 4th down. 21 seconds to go. This will be the last. They can't even kick the field goal here. They got to go for the end zone right here in this play. 11 seconds. Thomas back to pass. Rolling out to his right. He's got to throw into the end zone. He does. Touchdown! Western! Hardy with the reception. And Western takes the lead as time expired. Oh my!
And that right there is just the magic of Chance Thomas. Magic for Western to start the season. I got the chills, man.
motion,
Already on
very
it.
low to the ground, super tough to trap that ball. That's not an easy catch, Ken. That's a tough catch. Chance is rolling right. He's looking, he's sliding. He throws the ball. The ball is a short, low throw. John Hardy makes a play for his team. It's an amazing win by Western. The Pioneers football team will start off 1-0 with a big win tonight against Salesian.
That's this was like, you talked about Dan Davidson being a basketball coach. That's a buzzer.
That's a buzzer.
At the buzzer.
The buzzer's still going off.
Yeah, exactly. The buzzer goes off as Hardy comes in and makes the grab, the game-winning catch. Oh my, what a way to start this 2025 season. Oh my. This might be the best game I've called in I don't know how long.
And we got to give it up for Salesian, man. They really fantastic game they brought to us tonight. Western is a little bit of a blessing to get out of here with that one on that buzzer beater, right?
After the sack, no time's running out. The clock's winding down.
And there can't be anything to hurt more right now on your first game of the season.
My.
Right now, in the second for it to sting like it does for them right now. But I think this is going to be a huge spark plug to two big seasons for both of these teams.
Absolutely.
I think Salesian's going to play pissed off. Whoever they play next week, man, I wouldn't want to be those guys. They're going to be pissed.
Well, those guys, they played their hearts out. I mean,
Yeah,
they're cramped up, they're gutty. You got to tip your hat to the Salesian Mustangs. They came up here and, wow, they certainly gave Western all they could ask for. And, what a gut check play. It was all the way around by Western. It was just, that's a signature type of win.
A complete team effort. We had to, throughout the game, we started the game with a defensive interception, right, for a touchdown after offense went out there and struggled a little bit. There at the end, Skylar Lindsay brings us all the way down the field on his legs. Chances a little bit banged up, right?
Right.
We decide, hey, we're going to go big. Skylar's going to bring us into the end zone. Skylar's been able to get it done in the first 2 downs, bring Chance back in, and look, behind Chance's arm. It was just a complete team effort. Every single person in a jersey with a number on it tonight was used and was necessary for this win, and that feels good.
Well, absolutely. Well, that's going to wrap things up here from Handle Stadium. The Pioneers are back here next Friday to take on the Villa Park Spartans. For Justin Conley, this is Kent McKell saying goodnight from Handle Stadium, where your Pioneers take down the Mustangs 34-31. Thank you for listening to Western Pioneer Football on MixLR.com and watching us on the Pioneer Press. Be sure to give us a follow so you can catch all the action this season. Good night now.
you.